What's going on, guys, and welcome to the Tastycast, episode 7, our bi-weekly podcast where we talk about everything in gaming. Unrestrained, we talk as long as we want, typically try and keep it around a couple hours, though. And, welcome. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
I'm Chevy.
And as you've noticed, this is releasing on Tuesday. We typically do Tasty Tuesday. If you've never seen that show, it's a gaming show, or a gaming news show that we do. But because E3 just happened, we needed to devote more time to talking about everything that happened at E3. Tasty Tuesday is not the right format for that. So, we're going to be talking everything E3 on this Tastycast. Real quick, I want to let you guys know that we hit 50 subscribers. Not a huge milestone, but for us, it's awesome. It's the highest we've been so far. We appreciate the support, and we hope you guys stick around and enjoy the content we put out there, and we'll keep doing it. Also, stick around for Plus Club coming soon. Make sure to play Gone Home and NBA
2K16.
2K16. And typically on every Tastycast we talk about what we've been playing recently. But I feel like for time's sake, we're just going to jump into what happened at E3. We have it categorized, so let's jump into it. We're going to name off everything that happened at E3 that was notable, and we're going to talk about what we thought about it. We actually all just kind of went through and watched trailers, 89 trailers, as a refresher, so we're all kind of up to date on what happened there. We're on the same page, and pretty much everything we're going to talk about, we all watched. So, in a miscellaneous category that we have of games that were announced that don't really fit into the major companies that did their events, we're going to start with Mafia 3, Take-Two Games. We've talked about this before in prior shows. The first thing that comes to my mind when I watch the trailer is it looks like an awesome game. Mm-hmm. Looks like a really fun fucking game. But tonally, and this has nothing to do with the setting or anything like that, but tonally it doesn't feel like Mafia to me. It feels like just a different shooter. I understand that they're probably keeping the Mafia branding because it's branding. It already exists.
Right.
People know the brand. But like when I watched it, it seemed a lot more chaotic and crazy than like organized crime.
Yeah, it doesn't strike me as like traditional Mafia as much as just like gang activity.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it works, but at the same time, like, I was watching it, and like I said, I'm not talking shit. I think the game looks awesome. Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to pick it up as soon as it comes out. I love the Mafia games.
It was a good cinematic trailer. I would like to see some more gameplay aspects. I'm a little harder to sell on sandbox games, though. So
yeah.
I thought it was really, really neat. I think you're right with the whole tone of it. It just seemed like they shoved in some fucking Italian guys, and it was like, this is Mafia.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have to see where that goes. I mean, I know the story is you're taking down the Italian mob, pretty much. So, so I guess that makes sense. But still, you're right. It didn't feel like the first and second one. It was like you're in the mob, you're fucking going up, become a capo, and fucking all that shit.
Yeah, it had this whole like Chronicle saga to it, which I really liked. I mean, Mafia 2 is a really underrated game in my opinion. People who played it loved it. Mm-hmm. But it's not really talked about.
Yeah, and the storyline in 2 was actually like 10 years long or 15 years long.
Yeah, and there's one really point where it jumps in time. It's really neat.
And it changed the cars and all sorts of shit. Like, it was really cool.
For sake of time, though, any last things you guys want to say about Mafia 3?
No, I mean, that was pretty much all I had to say. So
I'll play day one.
Yeah, me too. 505 Games showed a game called Abzu.
Yeah.
I don't remember what
it's
that
the
was.
underwater one.
Underwater.
Oh yeah. It kind of reminded me of like Journey, except for underwater. What do you guys think?
I thought it was really neat. It's kind of the first time in a long time games have kind of tackled underwater and made it look really neat like that with all the whales jumping and he or she obviously had special powers and echolocation and shit like that. So. To me, it reminded me of Echo the Dolphin, like the exploring. You get powers. You get like how pretty the game is.
Yeah,
like because
the art direction.
Yeah, because the visuals in Echo the Dolphin were really neat. So I want to see more on it. But yeah, I mean, if it's a fun few hours, why not? Like Journey.
Yeah.
Journey was really, really neat.
I'm not particularly like I always appreciate games like this. I like the artsy games with the adventure, or whatever. But I typically don't go out of my way to buy them because they're an experience, and
Right.
it's hard for me to want to invest in that experience when I can just, eventually play it. I don't know. It sounds kind of cheap of me, but like, the likelihood of me beating that game is low.
Right.
So it's hard for me to realistically allow myself to buy it.
Also,
because I feel like, even though I like the idea of supporting them, if the game's great or whatever, it's not fair to myself to be spending my money on a game that I'm not going to get invested in.
Also, the likelihood of me buying it full price probably is pretty low too.
Yeah.
I'll wait for it to go on PlayStation sale or Steam sale.
Thoughts?
I mean, you guys pretty much said it. I think it looks neat. I like it's essentially just an exploration / puzzle game. It looks like plus an artsy experience. But unless it gets like outstanding reviews, I'll probably pass.
Yeah. Atlas revealed or showed off Persona 5. Real quick for me, I'm not a huge Persona fan. It looked like Persona, and I probably will not be picking this up. But good for them for making Persona 5.
Yeah, it's cool to see the series keep going. No one likes seeing a series die, unless it's awful. But yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not interested. I'm probably not even gonna give a shit.
Chevy?
Yeah, I've barely ever played a Persona game, so I'm not sold. Once again, this is another case of if it just gets a lot of hype, or not hype, but good reviews and just good word of mouth, I'll probably pass as well. But art-wise, it looks great.
Yeah, and Persona's always been a super niche crowd game. I mean, like, people who play Persona, any of the new Personas, or people who played Persona.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, no one really kind of becomes like a new fan of Persona. I mean, I'm sure some people do.
I'm
but
sure,
like,
yeah, but
of course,
it's
of
not the
course they
same
do.
level as other games.
But it's not drawing people in.
Right.
I mean, it's got its crowd who pays for it, and they're able to make more games. But again, really cool. Tekken 7, Bandai Namco. I'm just letting you guys know who released these games or who's releasing them. It's been a while since I've seen a trailer for a fighting game that got me pumped. I mean, the music was good, the CGI was cool, the transition between CGI to fight or whatever, really fucking cool. I love Tekken.
If that's in the game, that's gonna be fucking awesome.
Well, showed a quick time event, so I imagine it is.
I think that's what they're showing off in the trailer. I think that's what they're trying to give away. And like when we were watching, we're all discussing, Tekken has this really good emphasis on power. It's all about power. All the characters are all fucking like just hitting hard and shit. People are flying, and the game looks great. The last Tekken I still think looks great. 6. It looks cool, and I can't wait. And I am curious on how they stole Akuma from Street Fighter because he's acting like he's been around forever.
Well, maybe it was that whole
Tekken Cross Street Fighter.
Cross Street, and then the one
They
now
just
is
kept
on
him?
but that thing's on like indefinite hold, so maybe they just kept the character.
Oh, I heard it was straight up fucking canceled.
Oh, and then we're just gonna, so maybe they just took Akuma, but
maybe Capcom was like, well, since you guys aren't making that game, you can use Akuma.
yeah, because we already got ours.
Yeah, we got our nut.
But no, it was really neat. I also really liked the transition from CGI to fight. Like I said, the impact of every hit was really fucking gnarly, which is kind of like a staple to all Tekken.
No, absolutely. That's definitely like when we were watching it. It feels like hits matter in that game.
Yeah,
it's not like, and as much as I love like Soul Calibur or Guilty Gear, it's so fluid. Versus like in Tekken when you hit and the game almost pauses for a second. It's just like you hit that guy. But it looks cool.
That is kind of a staple of Tekken. It's like when you hit somebody, the fight stops for a second. Everybody's not just jumping around swinging and shit.
Yeah,
Right.
you fucking go whap, and then fucking go bounce off the ground or something like that. Like,
There's just like a lot of power strikes where they'll fly across the map and hit shit. So, but everybody's.
I'm gonna buy it day one.
I'll
probably.
be playing your guys' copies.
Yeah, I'm Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I know Josh has played this. Did you play it, Chevy?
No, I kept telling myself I was gonna buy it, and it just didn't happen. So
to keep this quick, because I don't want to be talking about Xenoverse all day. I'm probably not gonna buy it. I think the last one was kind of interesting looking, but But like I said, when we watched the trailer, I thought we were watching that Quake mod from like fucking 2000 or whatever.
Right.
So it's whatever.
Unless they improve the mechanics of combat, I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah, if it really needs to offer more, and probably a lot more than the first game. Otherwise, I probably would just buy the first game because it's cheaper now.
Yeah. Tales of Berseria, Bandai Namco also. Part of the Tales series, I had no idea watching the game because I thought the art style was really interesting. It didn't look like the older ones. Not a huge JRPG fan, but I really want there to be a renaissance in JRPGs because it's just good for the ecosystem of games.
Well, and looking at this E3, it looks like there's a lot of them.
There's a
coming out
lot
now.
of them.
Yeah.
It was a really big surprise to see that, and it's awesome to see that.
Yeah.
Even though if I'm not going to be playing them, I want good fucking JRPGs to come out.
Right.
But I really like the art style, and I think it looks interesting. I'd be curious to see the game further.
I'd like to see it in action. The trailer was enough to pique. Like, I'm definitely not going to buy it or anything like that, but because I'm just not a JRPG kind of guy. But I would watch somebody else play it for like a little bit to see if it's neat or not.
If it gets good reception, I will definitely buy it. I love role-playing games, and I miss there being good ones all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and I hope it does get good reviews because I'd like to see you buy it because I want to see it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to pay for it. Technomancer, Focus Interactive. Which game was that again?
obviously the unmemorable one.
The Mad Max fucking...
The very bland character with the wired
it was
arms.
Borderlands.
And
it was like that weird Borderlands thing.
Nothing about that pops. Like, the main guy looked bland. The world looked already done, and nothing about it was exciting. Unless the gameplay's just stellar, I think this game's gonna flop.
That was Bionic
I
Commando,
think it already fucking flopped. I mean, like, there was nothing in that trailer that made me want to play it.
Yeah, like I didn't. It was such a non. Like,
I'm so fucking bored from that trailer. I don't even fucking want to see what it looks like. Like, that's how bad it was.
Bad advertising. Yeah.
That's how fucking bad it was. I was like, as soon as it started, I'm like, I'm fucking done with this already. Stop the game. Cancel it.
Right when it started, we were making fucking Mad Max and fucking Borderland jokes.
Which is crazy because it was at E3 last year as well. So
if this game comes out though, and like people are talking about how good it is, I mean, I'll play it. I guess.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
But as of right now, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's not being advertised very well at all. So
Styx, Shards of Darkness, Focus Interactive. This is the sequel to Styx, whatever the hell it's called. It's a stealth troll game that was actually given out on PlayStation Plus. It's the only reason I played it. Otherwise, I would have never touched it. I liked it. It felt like Splinter Cell with a fantasy twist to it, and you could clone yourself. It's really interesting. I'm definitely gonna want to play it. I don't know if I'll buy it for full price, but I'm interested.
If they give it out for a PS Plus game, I'll play it probably.
Yeah, so it's completely off my radar. I didn't play the original. No, that's not
It's
true.
fun if you like
I
stealth
did
games.
for a little bit, but I just couldn't get into it. So
yeah. Call of Cthulhu, also Focus Interactive.
they didn't really show anything.
They didn't really show anything. There was a Call of Cthulhu game that came out from Bethesda years ago, and it wasn't like a fucking masterpiece, and the voice acting's awful now. I watched a video on it recently, but it was a neat game, had a cool tone to it, and it was kind of creepy. Not really bringing that up because this is going to do the same thing, 'cause it's not the same company making it. But it is really interesting to see somebody else tackle the same story.
Yeah.
I'm going to be interested to see how they do it, but again, this is a smaller company, and all the games I've seen them make so far are like mid-tier games,
Right.
in how well they're made.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. The like the base material that it's inspired from, it will be kind of neat to see how the companies both took it to make their own game. But other than that, I'll wait it out. I'll have to see more on it.
I don't really have an opinion, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Fair enough. Paragon, Epic Games. This is their MOBA.
Yes.
Just had the trailer of that new
character because
right?
the game's
Yeah.
pretty much out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much out. You can already pre-order it. I'm not really too interested in this game just because it's a MOBA, but the combat looks interesting enough.
It's a
I don't
nice
know.
looking game, and the combat does look interesting. But I think everyone at this point who's been following us on this channel knows that we're not MOBA fans here.
There's a couple things to be known on this channel. We're not MOBA fans. We love Warframe. There's something else. We don't like seeing companies fail.
Yeah.
and we want games to thrive. I mean, that's what we keep repeating all the time.
Yeah,
And
all
I
the
choose
time.
brawn over brains every time.
And I choose agility over fucking brick tits any day. But yeah, thoughts on Paragon, Josh? Whatever.
I got none.
Okay. So Pachinko Company Konami is releasing PES 2017.
They're
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, let's just iron this over right now. Who gives a shit?
I mean, I think it's really interesting that a Pachinko company would actually release like
Next
a full on
A game, right?
Right? Like this company that makes like casino machines is stepping into the market making sports
Fucking
games.
Rubbing fucking just IPs fucking right in their ass. Shitting all over it.
What?
Next game.
Yeah, so Pachinko Company, good luck on that. Ukulele, the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie, made by Playtonic Games. This game is so much just the fucking... Banjo-Kazooie's back with different characters.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks the same.
Same vibe.
The transitions are the same. Everything's the same.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, going crazy to play. I want to play it. But I'm not like, oh, I gotta get this game.
Yeah.
But when it comes out, if it gets good reviews, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Platformers are dead. I want more.
It was actually funny because I was like, oh, it's kind of it's has that same kind of action adventure that Banjo-Kazooie did, and then of course you saw everything that I was like, Jesus Christ, and it's not even like how Neo takes the formula from Dark Souls and fucking kind of makes it its own. This is straight up fucking almost a reskin. Like it was like the shit is right
No,
on.
you can tell these guys made the original because they're like, that's ours.
Yeah.
Like we're fucking making it again.
Yeah.
I don't care if we don't.
They
own
found
the
that
name.
fire hydrant and they pissed all over it.
Dude,
Yeah,
when
exactly.
it showed the cloud and its face, I was like, that's a rare game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
there's
weird.
no fucking... That's an old 64 rare game.
Definitely keeping my eyes on this one.
Yeah. Sonic Boom Fire and
Nope,
Ice by
nope,
Sega.
nope, fuck it,
Sega, that loved and trusted company that keeps pumping out amazing Sonic games after Sonic games after Sonic games, is gracing us with a new Sonic game, and it looks like shit.
This is like I got stabbed in the stomach, it got infected, and then someone stabbed me again.
And they started
And
twisting
then, and then they try to
'cause this is
convince you that
fucking
it's
awful.
good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
You're liking this.
Hey, have you guys seen the cartoon? That's the moneymaker.
This is why we're doing this. There's a cartoon. Go watch it.
Don't fucking put it on your YouTube channel.
God, okay. Walking Dead Season 3, Telltale, of course. Yes, fucking,
Yeah,
I need
absolutely.
it. First day buy, I don't
It's
even need
cool
to see the fucking trailer.
See Clementine.
As a teenager now.
Yeah, she's definitely older.
And I actually was watching a thing recently, and they said originally that you're not going to play as Clementine at all. You're going to play as that dude.
Okay.
But he's with Clementine. But then someone said at the show they played a sample or something like that, and he plays Clementine also. So I think
maybe
they're going to
Bounce.
I think they're going to do the Borderlands, Tales of the Borderlands thing.
Yeah.
We play different characters, which I think will be neat. It also add gravity. Even if one of those characters dies, it'd be interesting to play a character. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about that. But yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, no need to sell. I mean, the last two games sold this game, so.
Both are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I can't recommend them enough. I was gonna say, what do you think, Josh? But I think we'll suffice. Agreed. Batman Telltale. I'm stoked about this game because you're going to be playing as Bruce Wayne,
Mostly
hitting him,
Bruce Wayne.
and playing as Batman. I think it's going to be a really cool contrast. But also, when I found out Trey Baker is playing Bruce Wayne, right?
Yep.
Fucking sign me up, man. I love that dude.
You can't do wrong right now.
Yeah, he's just amazing. I want to just hear that they're taking their games to the fucking next level when they're getting him signed up. That's I can't wait. I'm stoked.
Yeah, anything from Telltale, I'll get. I mean, they took a Little Red Riding Hood fucking story and turned it into a cool game and fucking.
Do we just... Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Anything from Telltale I like.
Why don't we just go ahead and lump this next section into others as well? Since
What, Square and...
No, Koei.
Oh. No, well, I'm just gonna... Okay, so the next three games is Koei Tecmo. We got three of them. So we've talked about this game before, but Neo, the blatant, shameless rip-off of Dark Souls in the best way possible. I played the game. I liked it a lot. We actually watched the trailer, and it showed a lot more of what I was already expecting to come from it.
Yeah.
Magic, spells, stuff like that.
Bosses.
Really crazy, cool shit. I'm buying this game. I think there's room for other games like Dark Souls, and I liked it. I thought it was fun.
I think the 2D world has shown that too, because there was that, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now, but it's on, I know for sure on Steam and on PS4, it's essentially 2D Dark Souls. And then there's another game coming out now that is also like a 2D Dark Souls type game. So obviously this genre, if we're going to call it that,
They're doing what Minecraft did.
is going to expand.
Yeah. It's I sort of didn't like the game, but I'm gonna buy it anyway. And
I think it was like Last Tasty Cheese or something like that. You're talking about like you're gonna buy it anyway.
No, the trailer made me have more faith in it, just because you got to see more weapons, you got to see a little more sprinkling of shit that's gonna be in the game. So it made me more interested in it. So which is what a trailer should do. So.
Yeah. My only thing about it that kind of bothered me, but this is with a lot of Japanese games, is the voice acting was atrocious.
Yeah.
But I can get past that.
I won't be buying this game just because I know I won't play it, but I am looking forward to watching you guys play it.
Fair enough. A game that Chris actually kind of poo-pooed. He was like, it doesn't look that great. Attack on Titan Wings of Freedom. I'd heard about this game. I had no interest in it at all. And then I found out that the same guys who make Dynasty Warriors are making it. And then I saw the gameplay, and the graphics aren't that great, but like, it looks fun.
Yeah.
And if it's multiplayer, that's gonna be really fun. I'm not even a fan of the show. I've seen it, but I don't care about it. Looks cool though. I mean, I think there's room for a game like that.
You spent most of the trailer in the air, like just.
Yeah. Well, that's the show.
Yeah, like,
we're just fucking flying around,
grappling from everything to everything. I thought it was really neat. I thought it was really cool. It was a little gory for a W-Force game.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining because it's whatever. But
you would. I know you're very sensitive to gore.
I am. But
watching trailers,
it was a little more mature than.
They kind of have to though, because the show's like that.
Yeah, the show's like that, and if they're gonna stay true to the source material, then why not?
It looks cool. I love as much as like it's used over and over and over again. I love the Dynasty Warriors format. It's just fun. So.
Exactly, it's just fun. Exactly. Holy shit! Fucking, there's a Berserk game coming out. By the same guys who make Dynasty Warriors. I fucking found this out, and I literally fucking I lit up. It doesn't even show gameplay.
It's
it shows Casca. Casca. With like tentacles or something going around her and shit, and then shows like the mark or whatever, if you're familiar with the show, and I'm fucking sold. I haven't seen the game.
I think that
I fucking want it bad.
I think the Dynasty Warriors fucking formula is going to work well with it.
With being Guts with a huge fucking sword?
Because that's the fucking anime. I mean, like, he just swaths through fucking shitloads of people.
There's an episode where he kills like 100 dudes. It's fucking gnarly.
When they're in the woods?
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, so, it's I'm stoked because I do love Berserk. It's honestly one of the best animes I've seen. So
the best ever.
Yeah, so I'll be definitely keep my eyes on it.
I've only seen a little bit of Berserk, and seeing even that little bit, and then knowing that it's going to be essentially just another Dynasty Warriors type game, and that they're not afraid to do blood due to Attack on Titan.
I hope it's gory. It has to be.
It can't not be fun unless they just really screw it up.
Yeah.
So.
And hopefully you can play like Griffin and stuff like that.
Griffith.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
I love Berserk. Griffin. I don't care what the fucking game is. That not to get too far into this, but that they made the 3 movies, they're making more movies, and now there's games of Berserk coming out. I'm fucking in heaven right now. I'm so fucking stoked because it's one of my favorite animes outside of Cowboy Bebop, but that's a whole other discussion. Okay, so now we're going to be jumping into Square Enix Eidos. So let's get into it. Final Fantasy 15. I've expressed this before. I think the game looks awesome graphically. I think the game is fun, looks fun. I really like a lot of the shit that they're doing with it. The only thing I'm afraid of is the storyline and the characters not being interesting.
Yeah, to me, through everything I've seen, it seems like it's kind of like bringing Final Fantasy back to form.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's been muddied there probably ever since 10.
Yeah.
I've never really
I disagree
had an
with that,
interest.
but
Well, yeah, you played 12 and...
From an outsider's point of view.
I think 13 was the big...
Me too.
Because not only was it just kind of reaffirming we weren't going to get games like 10 and earlier, because 12 was a decent experience. They just kept, instead of taking the right feedback, they went full bore the wrong way, and then they made 2 more games after that. So...
And I apologize, I kind of went about this the wrong way. I started talking just about Final Fantasy 15 because I think it's an interesting topic and they need this game to be successful. But we're talking about E3, so what did the trailer do anything new for you? Did it change anything for you?
I mean, no, I was already sold on this game after playing the 2 demos, and then they're really like showing off this game every chance they get.
They want to be
I'm
successful,
hoping they're
for
not showing off too much, but
They're not. They've shown like 3 zones.
yeah,
They keep showing that fucking field. They keep showing that stealth mission, and they show like some of the city.
yeah.
There's gonna be way more locations.
I don't know. It's a beautiful looking game. I like the character designs. The fucking airship car idea I think is great. I watched an entire video of it taking off from the road, transforming into a slightly faster, and then transforming again into an even faster version of the airship, where you can actually go up and you can see everything and you're flying over
I think
it.
it's a neat idea, but in my brain, I'm like, what's the practicality of that? Just fly everywhere. What are you fucking driving for? Stop at a
the
gas
open
station.
road, dude.
You can't.
So fucking you
That
can't.
doesn't fucking
You can't
matter.
beat the open road.
I don't know. I'm sold, and like you said before, story needs to be good to really kind of solidify it. But gameplay,
I would love to
wise,
see
the
a trailer
graphics-
come out and be a cinematic story trailer.
Yeah.
I want to know what the fuck it's about, and I want to get excited for that. Real quick, Josh, thoughts on the trailer?
On the trailer,
Yeah.
it actually turned into a buy for me
Yeah,
just by the trailer.
me too. I've been on the fence, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I just hope it doesn't suck. Thought you had more to say, but okay. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 final chapter. Really don't have an opinion on this. I'm not. I appreciate Kingdom Hearts. Don't really care about it. I don't play them. I feel like the only person here that's gonna really have anything to say about it is you, Chevy.
I have very little to say about it. I mean, I'm going to buy it. The only thing I just want to kind of bring up, just in case people don't know, is this is titles that weren't on console being brought to console.
Which is great that they're bringing that to
That is
console.
awesome. So
Yeah.
every single Kingdom Hearts experience is now playable on your television.
Yeah. Nier Automata. Didn't know much about this game. I think it looks cool.
Yep.
Was not on my radar. I'll be looking out for it in the future. What do you guys think?
I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on it.
Yeah.
It looked really neat. The action looked pretty cool. So
This is one of 2 Platinum Games titles, and I believe they did Bayonetta, right?
Yeah.
yes.
They do a lot of those
So,
hack and slash type games.
expect a hack and slash battle. I had a little bit of bullet hell in there.
Yeah, 3D bullet hell.
Yeah,
He's
which
like, it's
looked
they're
cool.
shooting in like a 3D like fucking like I don't know. I was just like, well, that's weird. I didn't really.
It's like shooting in
experience that.
waves, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like vertically too and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so weird.
I love the design. The fighting looks cool.
I do like the way the game looks for sure.
So, on my radar.
Okay, World of Final Fantasy. I don't know what the fuck this game is, but it's got Chibi fucking Cloud,
Everybody, yeah.
Chibi Squall. He had a little fupa going on. I loved it. They're fucking adorable. I don't know what you do in the game, but I'm gonna buy it.
Well, there's like a part where fucking one of them was like, "Quick, shrink," and like they turned into those chibi things.
Yeah, I
The
don't
main
know-
character,
I don't
yeah.
know what the
and I
hell's
was like, "What the
happening?"
fuck is going on?" Yeah, I didn't.
It sounds like they're looking for their mom at one point, too, so...
I just love their little legs walking and their little bellies are just like, and they're all just so serious. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell's going on, but
And it's just shameless.
it
Where it's just
look-
like, you guys know these characters.
Looks
You
like
don't want to
fun.
buy it.
If this review's bad is the only reason I won't pick it up.
Yeah, if it's like a 3, I'll be like, I guess not.
But even at a 6 or 7, I'll probably buy
6 or
this
7.
game.
Yeah, definitely. Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness. It's kind of died off for me. The like of Star Ocean, I said StarCraft. But that too. Well, actually, no, the new StarCraft was great. But it piqued my interest. I think the game looks great.
Yeah.
Visually, I love the style. I love the
Terrible
colors.
voice acting.
The voice acting.
JRPG,
Okay,
baby.
just so we're done with that topic, all the Square games, the fucking voice acting's awful.
Right.
Of all the trailers we watched. I noticed that constantly. I'm like, Square just does not give a shit, man.
No.
They're just like, just make sure it's English.
I heard you can play 15 in Japanese.
You can in the demo, but Square's really bad about letting you do that.
I hope they fix that. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm curious about it. I don't know if I'll buy it. I don't even think I'm gonna keep my eye for it.
I'm a little more curious than you are.
Yeah.
Just because I like Star Ocean a lot. I think the last one I played that was on PlayStation or something like that. So
It's been a while. I think PS2 was the last one I played.
Well, I like Star Ocean in that regard too, then, because I liked the second story or what the fuck it's called and all that stuff back on PlayStation. But they released them for like PS3 and stuff.
Fond memories of it. So like, if it's good, I'll probably pick it up. I mean,
Do you have time to be playing
time
that?
and like into another RPG.
That prospect of JRPGs coming back scares me, because I don't have fucking time to play an 8-hour game.
Yeah, no shit.
Let alone a fucking 100. Like Witcher, I'm struggling with that shit.
Yeah,
I still haven't beaten that. I'm not even halfway through that.
About like 125 hours.
See, but you found time for it. That's all they have to do is make it worth your time.
Yeah, it's just got to be better. Thoughts, Chevy?
Essentially, like you guys said, it looks good. Like it's a very clean looking game. My fingers are just crossed. I really hope this is a good game because as we stated earlier, I want JRPGs to come back and thrive.
Me too.
So.
I want something to come out that fucking just blows people the fuck away.
I don't think
like
Star
Final
Ocean will
Fantasy
blow
VII.
people away.
It's not, but the potential for story in like 100-hour game, if you do it well, will impact people.
Sure, absolutely.
Because you're having the same impact as like a TV show, like Game of Thrones. You have the time to invest in characters. When you kill them, it matters. In an 8-hour game, you want to fucking have flashy set pieces and shit.
It has to be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like in a long game, you have that book
It's investing.
feeling. Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, just bring those games back, but just get really good fucking stories and really cool, for me, cinematics. I'm a cinematic dude. I love visuals. But yeah, I'm with you. I want it to be good for sure.
Yeah.
Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I hope this game's fucking awesome. This is a series I want to fucking just get better and thrive, because I love the setting. I love everything about it. But the gameplay in the last game was okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad, wasn't good, it was okay. And the bosses were horrible. But everything else about it's fucking awesome.
I like that they showed off in the gameplay demo just a lot of like the utility stuff that he has, but they didn't show too much of the game either. So
the game also looks like it plays a lot smoother.
A lot smoother,
Yeah.
yeah. That was one thing about the last game was it looked really good, but it was a little
rough around the edges.
rough around the edges is
Yeah,
a good way to
clunky.
word that. So
Man, I disagree. I thought the gameplay looked fucking. The trailer looked wonky as fuck.
Did you?
It just looked. I don't know, like how the reticle was and how he was firing just looked janky. It didn't really seem like there was impact with fucking people. Like because like you know, not saying it needed like that James Bond GoldenEye fucking blood splatter or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like it just felt like it was like just shooting with a wind gun, and they're like, oh, and they die, and then fucking. I mean, the power's really neat. Him shooting that fucking spear out of his arm and nailing the guy to the wall,
Yeah.
and
You did in the last
you know,
one.
shit like that.
I think.
You can't. They come out and he uses them for melee.
Oh yeah.
he can
Yeah,
shoot him
shoot
in
him.
this one.
But
I
and
forgot.
that stone skin that he used,
Smooth skin.
which was really nice, which was really neat. But
It's really nice.
I don't know, man. The gunplay to me just seemed like it was fucking a little more janky than I.
So you're
thought
not
was
buying
gonna
it?
Be. I don't know. I will probably, but because I mean,
Let's get to the chase, dude.
I
Let's
mean,
fucking
no, I mean
jump
it's
to
just true. I'll probably buy it. I love fucking the fucking series. So
it. Yeah, me too.
I mean, it's anything usually.
Even with the shortcomings of the last game, I just
Yeah.
want this series to fucking
Yeah,
hit its potential,
exactly.
man. It could be like the new Metal Gear Solid if they really worked hard on it.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest Builders. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't care. In the trailer, it just showed this guy walking around, putting blocks up and
First
shit.
off, that guy was a fucking complete asshole.
I think he mostly ruined it for me.
Yeah, me too. Like he wasn't interesting. He just wanted to talk. That guy sucked. I think the idea is neat.
That guy sucked.
It is straight up a little bit blatantly like.
Well, that's not even
That's
the issue.
Minecraft,
If it's gonna be Minecraft, be better than Minecraft. Don't be
Yeah.
worse than it. It doesn't offer anything. The only two things that I think is neat about it is the story idea, because Minecraft doesn't really have a story. So if they nail that, that's cool. And I like Dragon Quest's visual style and stuff like that.
Well, I'd hope so. It's Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but also, if it's gonna be like based off an RPG, I hope it has RPG elements. Because if it does, then it'd be interesting. But as a Minecraft game, as the guy kept fucking saying, just like a Minecraft, just like a Minecraft, just like a Minecraft, I'm like, this isn't Minecraft.
We watched a
It
really
never will
bad presentation because I tried when we were looking at videos. I had a hard time finding one that was like officially from them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just some guy who obviously should not be presenting games.
Oh, it's a YouTuber guy.
So
I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
it
there.
was a terrible presentation of the game. So
So are you
was
interested in it?
I am keeping my eyes on it, but I'm not like sold.
I'm curious. Like, I'm not gonna look out for it, but if it pops up again and I see something I like, I'm not. I'm not
think-
above going. Oh, okay, that looks cool.
Yeah, I think the pretense of it's kind of neat. Trying to rebuild the world after it got fucking cataclysmically destroyed.
Resident Zero Dawn.
And I'd really like to see more combat
Yeah.
because he was just swinging a stick at a slime and almost beat his ass. So I mean, it's fucking.
Okay. Ducati 90th anniversary.
This looks boring.
I haven't seen a fucking game like this in years where it's just like one brand.
Yeah.
You're just gonna race Ducatis. I love Ducatis. Fuck, who gives a shit, man? Next game. Agents of Mayhem. This is fucking embarrassing.
That was bad. It's not Volition. Who's making it again?
Volition.
I thought they went under, but
No, they got bought
the
by
same team.
No. The Volition got bought by Deep Silver.
oh, well,
Yes.
Volition's gonna go
And-
under after this
And,
game.
and I believe Deep Silver makes their games through Square. So
I don't think they do.
well, they do in this title.
Oh,
Or
okay.
Eidos. It's one
Maybe
of those.
there's a partnership.
It might be Eidos, but it's
But the guys who made Saints Row are making this game, and like for a quick history lesson, Saints Row 1 was a really cool fucking offshoot Grand Theft Auto. It was a good
was like
alternative
the
for the
only
360.
competitor. Yeah.
And it was cool, but it wasn't great. 2 is fucking amazing. I love that game.
Yeah.
And everybody loved 3 and 4. I thought 3 just went too fucking crazy. 4 was a better version of 3, but it still wasn't Saints Row to me. It was a cool game.
And it was a superhero game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was just a superhero game. But so to see them just progress and make these bigger and bigger and bigger games, and then come out with what's essentially like a fucking like you just run and shoot, and like the animations look like shit, and you
Yeah.
fucking just kind of what the fuck was the point?
And you can like change guys on the fly.
It
or
looked
something
boring
Like that.
as
Yeah,
shit,
it didn't
dude.
fucking matter. Like, yeah, people at Volition are gonna be looking for jobs.
I'd rather
by the time
chew
this
on
fucking
fucking glass than play that game.
I think it's crazy in this day and age that a company with a name like that can make a game that looks like that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck happened? Like,
Yeah. That was a straight up 360 game.
do they not like working for Deep Silver, and they're just like, we're gonna make a shit game, so they fire us.
We're gonna tank your ass, bitch.
They're gonna put them under. I hope for their sake this is like early alpha footage.
Yeah.
And the concept's not really like well thought out yet, because what I saw, I'm the opposite of interested. I'm almost pissed that this exists.
Yeah, it was very
pretty bad.
basic.
Anyway, Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age, the HD remaster. Probably won't pick it up, but I think it's neat. It's cool to see better graphics. I think it's cool they added hair physics.
There's also features added.
Yeah, I mean,
So.
this is awesome for anyone who's a fan of Final Fantasy 12. I think this is kind of a must buy. And I think it's cool looking. I know I'm not going to play it, so I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I would like to get it. One of the features, besides like not being able to play through the whole game, one of the features they're adding that I think will make the game more accessible for people too is that the combat can be long and drawn out, especially when traveling from point A to point B. And they're adding a fast forward function now, so it's 2 times and 4 times battle speed.
Okay.
To just get through.
That's
those-
good too for a remaster, because you already played the game probably, so now
Yeah.
you can just kind of speed the process up and get to your favorite parts.
Pretty much. And
Isn't that what Final Fantasy VII's doing? Like, I thought you could make it see. I mean, maybe
the,
not
the
necessarily.
mobile game has that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can give your guys like infinite health or
And
something
you
like
can
that.
make a max level and you can shut off encounters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay or nay?
No.
All right. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Which one's that one?
That's the
That's the
mobile
mobile game. I don't fucking
Who
care.
gives a shit?
I'll probably check it out.
Yeah.
Unless it costs, and then probably not.
It
It's
looks
just-
fucking free to play to me. Like,
Yeah,
I hated the
It
art
looks like
style.
a basic bitch, dude. It's fucking. Anyway.
Yeah, next one.
I am Setsuna. I know you guys are
I'm buying
a little
this.
more pumped for this than I am. I appreciate it. I think it looks cool. It looks like an indie developed game to me. But I think the ideas are cool. I know I won't play it though.
It is an indie developed game.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
looks like it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that badly, but you can tell.
Yeah. I mean, it's Chrono Trigger again. You know, that's a dead game, and
I think it's. I understand the comparison, but at the same time, like, it's hard to say it's Chrono Trigger because, like,
only in system.
in system, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, because I would say, it doesn't look like Chrono Trigger, and we don't know what the storyline's going to be like.
Yeah.
But I do think it's neat that they're borrowing a lot of those systems that I feel like aren't in
From
other
a
games.
Dead fucking series now,
How's Chrono Trigger dead?
dude. I don't know.
It's good they didn't touch it though, because I feel like they would have fucking ruined it. Like
Well,
Parasite Eve.
and then they tried. Well, they did Chrono Cross, which
That was a long time ago.
Sold okay.
Chrono Cross is awesome.
That game is awesome too.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Oh no, I fully agree.
It's
Like,
dead.
The only reason
Like, it just
people
stopped.
bitched is because of how weird they went with it. But I think once you beat the game, it completely makes sense. So
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna keep my eye on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I've heard nothing but good things from people who've actually got their hands on it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Mighty Number 9. We didn't watch a trailer for this, but we've all pretty much seen it.
Yeah,
The
the game that never will come out.
It's never gonna come out, and I want to play it, but I don't know if I'll buy it because I love Mega Man. But I can't see myself sitting down and fucking beating a Mega Man nowadays.
There's a lot of weird, not conspiracy, but kind of people bitching about this game because like the game's not even out, and they've already
Announced the second one.
Yeah, and they've announced DLCs and shit like that for the game. That's bad fucking manners. Like,
Just
just
one way to word it. Yeah.
cut the shit. I mean, don't fucking. First off, there's games that fucking have been in development that are way bigger than that game,
Yeah.
and fucking they've come out way faster. I don't understand what the fuck the holdup is unless it's just like a small team or something like that. But I mean, like, dude, we've been talking about Mighty Number 9 for fucking seems like a couple years now.
Like,
Yeah.
at least 3.
Yeah, and
so-
fucking, and it's straight up a 2D fucking game. So I mean, figure it out.
Definitely.
I think it's over. This is a case of essentially fatigue. It's taken
Definitely.
too long.
The hype's dying, and that's turning negative.
And that's turning my boner loose. Like, I mean,
Loose.
It's unleashing it. I'd say it's killing my boner.
we're killing it. Yeah.
It's turning it loose. That's fucking scary. It's the people in the streets gonna be screaming. All right. Should we jump into the big companies or the consoles?
I do Nintendo.
Okay, so Nintendo had 2 games. Let's talk about Pokemon first. I respect Pokemon and everything, but I'm not interested anymore. This trailer for me didn't need to exist. I watched it, did nothing for me.
Right.
It was very cheaply done, and it's because Pokemon doesn't need to fucking advertise anything. They just go, Pokemon's here, and everybody buys it.
Yeah, the formula for Pokemon doesn't change enough to, I don't think, warrant like a trailer or anything like that. It's like, who's blah blah blah's new fucking assistants? Who gives a shit? You're gonna find out in the fucking game anyway.
Right.
No.
So I mean, like, the whole trailer was just a waste of time. I am gonna buy it, just because I am a Pokemon fan. I think we're creeping up on, if this gen releases like 100, it'll be like 800 something fucking Pokemon.
Yep.
So
Phew.
that's a lot.
That's a lot
It's
of
getting
fucking...
kind of muddied.
Well, and because of that, this game's actually introducing some quality of life stuff to make it easier to not have to remember all of them. So in combat,
They're gonna have... Yeah, they have to do
there's an
that.
info button now. It'll tell you right off the bat if the moves are effective, super effective, not effective.
Oh, really?
You can click on the people in the bottom screen, and you can
Sounds like a
see
fucking asshole.
their status effects.
really?
So,
Yeah, Dude, like that's gonna really help the whole see if it's fucking if you're effective against them or not. Because like I remember fighting the Elite Four in X and Y, and it's like they're gonna bust out Clef Key or fucking whoever the fuck, and I was like look them up on my phone and see what they're like.
Yeah,
and
you won't have to do that now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm buying it. I mean,
so you guys are buying it. I'm not, but you know, nothing against Pokemon.
Yeah.
Holy shit! There's a Zelda game coming out that I'm fucking super pumped for.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I think everybody's excited for this game.
Dude, like they came out swinging with fucking this game. I'm really glad because was it last E3? They had like Miyamoto and a couple other dudes were just sitting there and like it showed like him jumping off Epona and doing the slow motion.
Which that was impressive.
It was cool.
I was like, that
Yeah.
looks cool. And
Yeah.
now we see this, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I'm really glad they like even from then until now, like how it looks didn't really change.
It got better looking.
Yeah,
graphically,
and
'cause the NX.
they are keeping the whole slow motion thing. It has fucking physics. It's seriously everything that Zelda should have been a long time ago.
You know, so you have an endurance bar now, and you can climb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can climb anything.
It's what should have happened after Ocarina of Time.
Absolutely, I completely agree.
Because
that was the last one I loved.
I do still think that I do still
Wind
appreciate
Waker was good.
Wind Waker.
Yeah,
and they even said that like this is not Breath of the Wild is not how Zelda games are going to go from now on. I mean, they're still going to do like their kind of offshoot
If they mix it up every single time, that'd be cool too. I'm just glad to see them actually like really get outside of their box.
This looks
on
like
this
a
one.
really fucking like.
it looks like Nintendo. This is like I've said this already, but this isn't just a really cool fucking advancement for Zelda. It's a really cool advancement to the modern age for Nintendo.
Yeah.
For me, that's important because for me, they've been fucking stuck in the past for so fucking long that it fatigued me years ago. I'm at this point. I'm like, Nintendo just makes the same shit over and over and over again. Adds a fucking cat suit every once in a while. So with this, I'm like, holy shit, this is a modern game.
Yeah,
Like Nintendo's actually fucking popping out ideas. When I saw the clip of him fucking gliding down the side of a mountain and then dropping down onto a shield like a snowboard,
Yeah.
and just cruising down the mountain, I was like, that's fucking awesome. Or throwing bombs into the water and fishing, like, you know, that reminds me of Zelda.
Yeah.
Or like burning grass. At first I'm like, why are they doing the Far Cry thing? I'm not complaining, but why are they doing it? And I'm like, you could always cut grass in Zelda. Why wouldn't you get rid of grass in other
why don't
ways
you
now
just
too?
burn it?
Like,
Yeah.
and they're keeping the heart of Zelda with like the older Zeldas. You can just explore and find shit. In this, you can literally go run off into a cave and find items, like random items and stuff, and then use that later in other areas. It's really fucking cool.
They're also kind of seem like they're jumping into the survival kind of bandwagon.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
Aspects, for sure.
because
Crafting and shit.
Yeah, you got to craft your own shit. Hearts are not in the grass anymore. They're not in the wild anymore.
You have to cook and eat.
Yeah,
you know?
you have to cook to regain your health. Also, there's different weapons, which I thought was neat. It's not just the Master Sword. It's not just a sword.
Well, yeah,
it's
you can
not
just pick
swords
up a
and
stick and swing, and it has durability, and then it'll
Well, and
eventually
there's
break.
armors and stuff
It's not
too.
swords in general. I mean, there's spears, there's fucking
Yeah.
axes, there's all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
Which is really fucking cool because
It
that's
is.
something that I think Zelda should have done a long time ago.
Definitely.
It
It feels like a proper fucking action adventure fantasy game.
Yeah. If to me, it feels like it's literally the next step. The next step.
So safe to say we're all buying this.
I'm buying
First
it.
day,
Yeah.
absolutely. This is the most excited I've been for a Nintendo game in fucking years.
I'd probably buy an NX for this.
Yeah, which fucking annoys the hell out of me. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's
I
hard
hate
for
how
me to
they
say.
abandoned the Wii U, but I gotta see the NX first. I can't make that judgment.
And other
yet.
games coming out for it.
Yeah, because I already fucking dealt with the Wii U. But yeah, everyone's excited for this game. We're all excited for the
Absolutely.
game. Really fucking cool. Okay, let's jump into Ubisoft.
Had a big showing.
They typically always do. Ubisoft makes so many fucking games. Like,
Well, yeah, now we're heading into the big companies.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so before
it's really sad we're saying that now after we just talked about Nintendo.
They don't do anything anymore.
I know. It's just
let me
really sad.
I really want to preface the whole Ubisoft thing that they didn't show in Assassin's Creed.
They did.
They're not
I
developing
actually
one right now.
skipped that.
Oh, really?
They showed the movie.
Oh, well, that to me that doesn't count. They didn't show an Assassin's Creed game.
They don't do a conference without even mentioning Assassin's
They're
Creed.
taking a break from it.
I know,
Which is
but
great.
I was really happy to actually see them actually be true to that instead of being like,
No, they just had
hey,
a
6
really-
years down the fucking road, we're gonna pump out
They had a
one.
really cringeworthy fucking introduction to the movie. So
Oh, I'm sure they did. And we did get Assassin's Creed, and it's called not the Division, fucking Watch Dogs 2.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so Just Dance 2017. I'm not buying
gives
this.
a
Why
shit
would
pass.
yeah, don't care.
Ghost Recon Wildlands. I'm fucking pumped for this
I'm
game,
into
man.
it,
Everything I
man.
see, I want to play this game. 4-player co-op and open world vehicles, fucking stealth,
Yeah,
fucking
do
sniping
what you
and
kind of
shit.
want to do.
I didn't
to
even
the
get to
fucking-
show you guys the fucking good video either.
We'll
Just
check it out later because
for
I'm
time
I'm
reasons.
I'm so pumped for this game. It's gonna be
Yeah.
so much fucking fun. I love all the
I
Tom Clancy games.
really love how they actually in the video you could totally tell that stealth and brute forcing is totally viable.
Yeah.
Like it
And
showed
like
a guy
Chevy
fucking-
said, it's kind of like Phantom Pain esque.
No, yeah, in the one video I watched, they literally these guys were all playing co-op, and they all came to the encampment by their own means. Two guys like walked there. One guy landed a helicopter to get there. Another guy came on a fucking like a 4-wheeler, yeah. And they all met up, but from different points of the village. And because one guy was spotting, everyone could see where they were to get to their target. And then the target ends up leaving in a vehicle, and they had to chase him down. And they all did it with different vehicles: a motorcycle, a truck, and a helicopter. I mean, it's just really insane looking game. I'm not even a huge fan of this genre, and I'm totally into the idea of this game. It looks awesome.
This is the very first time, not the very first time, but I'm super stoked for this fucking game.
It looks great.
I'm really glad they didn't. They stopped. You said this, Seth. They stopped going the way of fucking the Future Soldier, advanced warfare.
Bringing it back
shit.
down to earth.
Yeah.
But like those are cool ideas, but I feel like they were fucking trying to just jump into something they thought was going to be like the next big thing, and it's just underwhelming because it's just too fucking crazy. Like bring it back to like, I mean, the big advancement now for them is just taking it to open world. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
gonna be really fucking cool to strategize and create tactics and stuff in an open world environment. You were saying.
I'm stoked.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can't wait for this game. Buying it first day.
No, it looks awesome.
This will be really, really fucking fun to play with everybody, and hopefully Ubisoft servers will fucking be cooperative. South Park: The Fractured Butthole. I just wanted to say that. The Fractured Butthole. Butwhole.
I wonder if that's where they were going with that.
Oh, they were.
I think it's neat to make another one. I know the last one had mixed reviews. It was well received,
Yeah.
but some people also kind of said like there wasn't like a whole lot of like longevity to it. It's a lot shorter than they thought it was going to be.
It is. I played that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I think it's cool that you were saying in this one because the trailer we watched is more so like a cinematic trailer.
Cinematic. Yeah.
You said it's going to be more of a tactical game, which is exciting for me.
Yeah, so you can interact with objects. You can. It's got a grid at the bottom. You move your characters from square to square. You can move the enemies, with pushback attacks or pull forward attacks. They can do the same to you. It's just a much deeper system than the last game. It's nice to see.
Yeah.
It's good to see advancement.
I actually really liked the Stick of Truth.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did too.
I thought the fucking writing was spot on. Of course, it was done by.
I never fucking touched that game.
It's fun.
Yeah, I would give it a go if you can deal with the archaic kind of combat system.
That's a harsh way to
That's
put
the
it.
complaint I remember on all the reviews is they said the combat system wasn't that well
It's
fleshed out.
It's traditional.
very traditional, turn based.
Which doesn't excite me, but
Though they
tactical is
do
cool.
have like neat like when Butters throws his hammer, you had to hit fucking.
They
You had to hit
little
like a
quick time
click or
event
something.
things,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean it was like that, but it was. To me, archaic. So I mean, it'll be nice to see them kind of switch gears into something else.
I also like that both the games are their own stories. This isn't like a sequel to the last game. I mean, technically is.
It
but
is.
Like,
Your hero is actually the same kid from the last game.
well, that part makes sense. But I'm saying like this feels more like another episode of South Park.
Oh, absolutely.
With your character.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it.
yeah.
which I think is neat. And I said this earlier, but like they said that the future of South Park might lie within the games, because then they can make these longer episodes with more to it or whatever. And if the humor's there, I mean, more power to them.
Yeah.
Well, and just to kind of show the connection between the games in the very beginning, the part that didn't show because they didn't show any gameplay in the ones we watched, it shows the character, but he's in his Lord of the Rings outfit still when he shows up, and they're like, what's up with this guy in this goofy outfit? Like, Cartman's already forgotten about the kid.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was really cool. If you guys get a chance, watch the actual gameplay. So
Yeah. Buying it?
probably.
Definitely will.
I'm going to keep my eye on it. I'd like to play the last one, see if it's something that I'd be interested in. To make this easy, The Division showed off 2 expansions and 30th birthday free outfits themes. That's not important. So yeah, it showed off the 2 expansions based off the trailers. The Underground looks really neat to me.
That does look cool.
I want a reason to play The Division again, and you said there's procedurally generated.
Randomly generated dungeons, so every time you
Which
do
is
it, it's different.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The survival trailer though didn't do shit for me.
Didn't show shit.
The end was neat with the dude with the
multiple
the agents
division
things.
bands on him.
But I mean
Yeah.
that doesn't I don't care. Like it was cool, but
This is
whatever.
literally a teaser though, because
Yeah,
they're still
that's a
working on the
teaser for
first
sure.
expansion.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
When I was when it said survival, I was like, fucking dope. Like, there's like there might be a way to fucking let's see how long we can hold out against fucking people. I thought that was really cool, but then I realized fucking that I was wrong. So
Well, the fucking dark zone's already that.
yeah, pretty much.
You're sitting behind cover while enemies just keep coming.
It just kind of showed off like winter got worse and it's harder to get supplies. That's
Yeah.
the survival theme.
Well, I think
there.
it's cool too. They're kind of progressing the story in that way.
Yeah.
That the event is still going on, and it's getting harder.
Well, that's absolutely
they're
what that
talking about it
expansion
here and
seems to
stuff
be.
like that.
Yeah, is continuation of story. As the expansion before that is more of a thing to do.
So I know we all kind of abandoned Destiny because of the content and essentially their lack of direction. You feeling the same thing with the Division? I'm not. I stopped playing because it pretty much hit the end, but I actually want the new content.
If that first expansion gets a lot of positive feedback, I will absolutely hop back in.
Yeah.
So
Well, I probably the only reason I haven't traded in yet is because I got the season pass. So I'm gonna ride this one out. I'm not even level 30 yet because back when that game released, I was having I didn't have a whole lot of time because my kid was new and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
Brand new kid. Shiny and chrome.
still in the wrapper.
so yeah, so I kind of missed like that opportunity to play with people, which the Division is a very social game. So
yeah. You can level fast in that game though.
Definitely.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can do it
yeah.
in like hours. Somebody did it on YouTube. It's stupid.
yeah.
Eagle Flight VR, which was a VR game where essentially you're in teams.
It's a competitive game.
Competitive game. I didn't know this game was coming out. It looks like a fun little game. I'm stoked for it. If I have a headset and that's out and it's not super expensive, I'll probably pick it up because I want fucking everything when it comes to VR.
Right.
The idea of flying around shooting at people sounds awesome. If it was just like a normal game without VR, I wouldn't touch it.
I'm kind of wondering if it's through the Eagle Eyes or if Eagle's Eyes.
First
or if it's
person.
through. Okay,
Yeah.
it is. Okay, then that's cool. I thought it was just gonna be like a VR third person. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, it's literally like a hyper game of tag and capture the flag.
Yeah, I think they're just getting the whole aspect of the whole flying sensation while shooting at people because
Yeah.
it's a simple premise that you can work into VR.
Watching them play it when I did, it looked funner than that trailer we watched.
And that trailer
I-
did enough for me.
I worry about longevity is all. So,
It's a toy.
yeah.
That's why I'm saying if it's like $10-15, I would check it out.
Yeah.
If it's beyond that, I wouldn't even pay $20 for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Even if they release content later, it's a simple premise.
Maybe
And
that
it's not
PlayStation
enough.
Plus VR fucking free game.
It'd be smart for them to package that.
Yeah.
Star Trek Bridge Crew VR. It's an interesting premise. I know there's a app you can download where everybody on their phones can like work together to like maintain a ship. It reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Except for you're actually on
You're in
the
VR and
bridge,
you can look at each other on the bridge, yeah.
which is really neat.
First off, that game looked like shit.
sure
It
did.
looked bad.
Graphically.
Yeah, graphically.
Second
I think
off,
it's neat looking though.
I don't give a fuck. Like, because like you are just because like every time I saw him, it's like raise the shields and fucking doot 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 doot, and then there's just nothing else, and they're like, move power to the engines. Do.
If you're a fan of Star Trek,
I would
though,
say-
man, like I think that's really neat.
This is an immersion for people who are obviously very into it. I like Star Trek. This game would be a hard sell for me.
No.
Just because there is not a lot going on, and you would have to have 3 other people that you know
Yeah.
to play with.
Yeah.
So
I'm just so excited for VR, man. I'm so fucking pumped for it, and I'm so excited for fucking multiplayer VR.
yeah.
So just seeing 4 nerds just sitting around fucking, yes sir, fucking
Essentially
doing some shit.
RPing is
Yeah,
what they're doing. So.
they're nerds.
Yeah,
Folks.
yeah. That whole trailer, I was just like, oh god, I honestly just wanted it to end. Like, I think the
Just
idea,
ended Reading Rainbow.
I think the idea of having like team-based VR is really fucking neat.
Yeah.
Like in our last Tastycast, we talked about it'd be cool to have like an Everest game where we're all trying to work together.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, see that would get me stoked. But this game, I really feel like you have to, if you want to call it a game, I really feel like you really need to be a fucking fan.
Fair enough. I think oddly I'm the most excited for this game, but it's just VR. I'm an idiot. I'm just like yes.
It's a dog
I think
with
if there's
lights.
enough to
Yeah.
do in it, I'd be excited. I do know it seemed like you actually did go on missions and stuff. So if that's
These-
the case, it would be kind of neat.
These little like toy type games for VR though, I hope they're reasonably priced
They have to be, man.
because they're not full games.
No, they're tech demos.
So as long as they're, as long as they're reasonably priced, I'm into it. Because it's just showing, like you said, it's tech demo, it's showing off the equipment. For Honor, let's talk about the trailer because I feel like we're all interested in this game.
Yes.
In the trailer, it showed essentially the campaign.
Yeah, campaign trailer.
Where
A
you
Viking
play as a
mission.
Viking invading a samurai stronghold, essentially. We got to see fighting mobs, fighting generals. It looks like a way more advanced version of Dynasty Warriors to me. And then fighting a boss at the end. Big thing for me, I'm already selling this game, just to be clear about it. I want it. But the thing that was neat to see in this game is I didn't know how the combat worked. And they showed the whole right stance, left stance, up stance
Stances,
with the
yeah.
stick. I'm wondering how it's going to feel because it seems kind of wonky, but I like the idea. But yeah, that's the biggest thing I got from that. Also, how cinematic it was. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to just be like, in this campaign, kill all the generals. But
Yeah.
there's actually like a story happening, which I thought was kind of cool.
I really liked how brutal the fucking the fighting was.
Yeah.
I really liked that he didn't use his axe for everything.
Fucking decked people out.
yeah.
It was awesome.
Used the butt of it a couple times.
Yeah,
so.
use the butt of it. I really liked how he fucking pushed a few people off.
He picked up a dude and threw him or some shit, didn't he?
Yeah, he could. Yeah,
Off an
and
edge.
the boss he fought, one was neat looking, but he had the flags on his
Yeah,
back
yeah.
and shit, which I thought were cool. But he charged him like Reinhardt from fucking
Slammed him into a wall.
and then fucking kneed him in his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just and I'm assuming the other the knights and the samurai are probably equally as brutal, but not that physical. Or at least that's what I'm hoping. I really hope that gnarly fucking just rip shit up was a completely Viking thing, because it fits them. So I was actually really impressed with the game. It looks really fucking good.
Yes, it does.
I didn't really see a whole lot of stutter or anything like that.
Combat seems very smooth.
Yeah. My biggest gripe is it seemed like there was 1 or 2 combos and that was it when you was just swinging through people. Which is it's in all which Dynasty Warriors does the same thing. You fucking
Well, we'll see if
literally just
you get new
all the time.
weapons or you level up and
Yeah.
get new combos or skills.
The only thing I really
Different
want to
heroes
see
or
out of the
something, yeah.
single player in this game is I really hope you do get 3 separate campaigns
I
and
wanna
not
play
just
as all of
one
them.
campaign where you bounce around.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That would be a lot cooler, but I feel like it's going to be the latter.
that it's one campaign?
Yeah.
I really hope
I
not,
feel like
man.
it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because it would be
makes
really
sense on their
cool to
part.
play
this
a
was a-
story where you're Japan, a story where the Vikings.
No,
and
I would
a story
love that.
Where you're the knights.
Well, see that makes me wonder though if they will do that alternating kind of timeline with Dynasty Warriors. It's the same battle, but let's say now you're the samurai and you have to fucking
Yeah.
keep them off the shores.
But if they
of fucking
intertwine like that, I won't mind. I just
Yeah.
really want them to be separate, not conjoined. So.
Yeah, I just feel like they're going to be just because for time's sake and production, and this is a multiplayer game. I'm surprised there's a campaign. to be honest.
I don't know. I really hope they're just going to make the whole package so that a new IP
I would love
can
that.
be as successful as
Just
possible.
big and awesome
Yeah.
and exciting, yeah. Because again, this is a fucking new IP.
Yeah.
It's
It
exciting.
looks dope.
It's exciting, yeah. I'm so fucking stoked to say the fucking Grow Home has a sequel, Grow Up, coming out. I feel like it's an underappreciated platformer. It's one of my favorite platformers ever, which is crazy. And looks like they're doing a lot of things I wanted them to do. Look like there's multiple planets with multiple different types of plants to grow, different mushrooms he was growing, shit like that. I can't fucking wait.
He
I'm buying
had
this as soon as I can.
he had a bunch of different abilities.
Yeah.
Shit like the jet that was flying.
The jet, like that's one of my favorite parts about it's a platformer, and it's a fucking platformer. Like there's so much jumping around and landing on things and traversing. It's awesome. It's a really
exploring
fun game.
I mean, it was, dude. I was stoked, man.
And it looks more polished too.
Yeah, it just looks better.
Yeah.
I think during the press conference they actually mentioned that they were very happy that people enjoyed the first game so much that
Awesome. I love that game.
they were happy to make another one. So
Yeah.
I didn't play it. I need to still.
Ubisoft's like indie development team is just nailing it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Look at what was it Blood Dragon was another one.
Yeah, and that was based off. I mean, the team that made Far Cry 3, which was like a huge fucking deal when it came out. Like everyone was loving it. That team had like this idea to just make a fucking.
What's the other one?
Make Blood Dragon. They made Child of Light, which was
that's the
very well received.
Yeah, and kind of hard actually.
I mean, like they're these little pet project games that they come out with, Valiant Hearts or whatever, that French,
Yep.
World War One game or whatever. That was neat. Like they got all these really cool little projects they're making.
it seems
That's the
like-
one where the combat was like you had to run to an area and fucking shoot and fucking.
It wasn't really a combat game.
One of those-
There's parts where you shot, but it's more of a story being told.
It's
an
a
art house
left and
game.
right.
Oh, I'm thinking of Bravely.
Default.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Never mind.
It's a different, completely.
No,
different-
Bravely Default's a RPG on.
That's what he's
3DS.
thinking of, though. He's not thinking of the game I'm talking about.
Okay. What I was gonna say before
Fucking
that
killed his brain, dude.
was it is interesting to see that all these companies, Ubisoft, and we're gonna get to this, EA, Square, they all have indie game programs now. So
Yeah, they're kind of embracing the indie.
even like Microsoft and Sony are doing that too. So
So everybody's on the same page, like.
I'm sure I will get to it just because you guys have said so much positive about it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't have a good personal opinion yet. So
I'm so excited for it. It's
That
stupid.
was
I'm
literally
that excited for that game.
We did it for just a tip,
Yeah.
and then I just watched Seth just beat the rest.
Beat
of
the
the game.
fucking game. I just kept playing.
Yeah.
It was that fun. It didn't matter. So yeah, super excited about that. Speaking of their indie games, their small games, apparently Ubisoft mixed their Trials game with Blood Dragon and made this weird 1980s Trials game where you shoot shit.
Yeah.
Slightly curious, but at the same time, it feels gimmicky.
I heard the shooting was gimmicky. It was
It
shit,
looks cheap.
but the Trials part was Trials, which is
Yeah.
Which I mean,
But
is a
I would just
formula.
rather have a fucking new Trials game.
Me too. Trials Fusion, that's pretty alright, I guess.
I loved it.
I like
love
that.
all of them.
Yeah. I bought Trials Fusion because I needed some games because it was, obviously very early in the PlayStation's life. This game, I think I probably won't buy this unless it's a PlayStation Plus game. This is probably the only time I'll even get an opportunity to play it. So
Yeah. Are you interested in buying it?
Probably not.
Yeah. If it comes out on PlayStation Plus, that'd be great.
yeah,
Watch Dogs 2 looks better than Watch Dogs 1. I had completely wrote off that fucking brand. I
Right.
bought the last game, didn't even beat it, was disappointed. It's not bad, it's not good, just didn't excel in anything. This new one, they're fixing everything, it looks like. And the parkour looks great, the hacking looks great. I'm stoked for it. I'm probably gonna buy it.
Yeah, I actually slogged through the first one and beat it, and that was real hard on my fucking soul. So, this game's gonna have to kind of blow me away. Seeing what I've seen, it looks actually really awesome. But I really want to be 100% sure I want this game before I actually go out and get this game.
Yeah.
Because I got fucking wrecked. And like I said, man, I forced myself to beat it because I was like, it has to get better, it has to get better. Never did.
No, like in the beginning, you get all the stuff you're allowed to do in the game, and then you just do that for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Multiplayer too, I'm pretty excited about.
Which brings me to my opinion.
Uh-huh.
The only reason I even give one shit about this game is because when they showed off multiplayer aspects of it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't care.
I love that you can just turn on co-op and play with each other.
Very Dark Souls-esque, but obviously easier.
I wonder how dual hacking will work. Or if one guy could be hacking while somebody else is doing shit.
Probably that.
Yeah. Which
One guy's hacking while the other guy's like defending or something like that.
And the parkour, again, the parkour is fucking really fluid looking. Looks awesome.
I need to
love
see
the
more.
traversal.
I never saw anything on the parkour, so I should probably take a look at it.
They mocap dudes
The
like doing
gameplay
the side
looks
flips and
good.
shit. Yeah.
I just, as I've stated a million times, Sandbox is difficult for me to get into. So
One thing I will say is fucking. it's crazy that there's fucking Oakland, the Bay
I had no
Area,
fucking idea about
Silicon
that.
Valley,
very
like
large
dude,
game.
that
I had a
thing
muddy
sounds
area
of
with
it.
quads and shit.
Fucking
like, all I saw
huge.
was just San Francisco, and I was
Right.
like, "That's awesome to play in San Francisco." But then in the trailer, they're like talking about all these places and all the differences and stuff like that. I was like, "Oh shit!"
very
this is
reminiscent
it's a
of
bigger game.
San Andreas,
Yeah,
like having the different cities.
like if they nail like if it feels big, that's gonna be awesome.
They kind of have to go big, though.
Yeah,
I mean, the last game was so underwhelming. They kind of have to
Even though
make
it's
this one
sold
fucking
well.
pop.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was one of those suckers.
So are we buying this? I am,
I'll buy it.
which sucks because the last game.
it has to be pretty fucking good.
Chap
Yeah.
your ass.
Yeah, chat my ass for sure. Steep, this is the game I had no idea I need.
Dude, this
I didn't
game
know
looks
this
fucking
existed.
awesome.
It does look cool.
For anybody who did not watch anything on Steep, Steep is a sandbox in the mountains with multiple mountains and slopes and stuff like that, where you can at your leisure jump on a snowboard, skis, do some paragliding. I think it's what it's called.
Oh, and then
wingsuit stuff, and you just fucking do that. And social, you
A
can be
million social features.
you can be doing all these different things that you want to do on any slope, create paths, share those with people, challenge people, and while you're doing this, other people you don't know are also on the mountain just doing this.
Photo
you can play
modes,
with your friends.
recording modes.
You can go back and record things that you did, freeze things, go in slow mo.
Has races and
There's
shit.
no like real point to this game outside of it's just a social, fun looking game, and I'm fucking excited for this game.
It's essentially
I really
going,
wanna
hey,
play it.
come play on the mountain.
Yeah,
Dude.
I haven't seen a game like this in years.
The fucking ragdoll physics are gnarly.
Yeah.
Fucking,
I like that they emphasize crashing.
Yeah.
Like you can actually crash.
Yeah, when we were watching the wingsuit thing, and I was like, "Damn, is no one gonna biff it?"
Yeah, as soon as you said that,
fuck,
guy
they
cracks and-
screaming like a
Just right past you, is like, Jesus, this is dangerous.
yeah, like the thud is real. The fucking
Oh, yeah.
you can hear him break bones and shit, which I thought was gnarly. I thought
No,
it
it
was
sounds gross.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool how like people were flying. Like there was dudes on snowboards going down the mountain, fucking wingsuiters flying in, and fucking the guys in parachutes flying
Well, because
down.
you're supposed to just be able to run into people who are just playing around on the mountain,
Yeah.
and either join them or like,
It's gonna be fucking scary if two people are going down a mountain, fucking wingsuiting, fucking hit each other.
And you know this is gonna happen. You know you're gonna see gifs of that on Reddit.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
Yeah,
Or just the
I think
crazy
there's
shit
gonna be
that happens.
the gnarliest, weirdest shit
Yeah.
that ever happened.
the game looks fun.
Yeah.
I will probably pick it up unless it just bombs. In the
If it comes out and
reviews.
they're like, "Oh, this is disappointing,"
Yeah.
I bet, well, how disappointing? Because I still want it. Like a 6 disappointing because I'll still buy it.
Yeah.
But if they're like, "This game's fucking
Reminds me
horseshit,"
of fucking
this is a
Amped.
horseshit too. At
Amped
best.
was like really neat because it had like each mountain had like 8 or 9 different rides,
Right.
pretty much lines. But this game was like make your own fucking line. I mean, you can go down a rock face if you want. Who gives
Yep.
a shit? You're just gonna fucking break every bone in your body when you slam on the ground.
I think the only missed opportunity this has, like Seth brought up when we were watching it, is VR.
Dude, no. I hope they add VR to this because that is going to be a fucking insane experience.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're in a wingsuit, you're already controlling with the controller anyway. Just to be able to free look while doing that, it's going to blow your
Heart
fucking
attack city, man.
brain away.
Yeah.
Put a gun in your mouth and pull the
You're
trigger.
just flying, and all of a sudden something happens. You're just fucking going into the ground.
People are going to fucking
scary.
stay in their room just like, and just run through their TV or something. Just
Gonna have to
fucking
take the
not
headset
know what's
off because of
happening.
the adrenaline rush. Yeah.
But yeah, super fucking cool. I can't wait for that. I hope it comes out soon.
Even has like that GoPro mode, so it almost is like a VR kind of view.
It's so ready for VR.
It
stupid.
is. Yeah.
There's no reason not to do
Yeah.
it. Snowboarding, you're still doing with the controller. Let me look around
Who's
while I'm
that?
fucking flying through shit.
That's Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Man, they're kicking ass.
Yeah. Ubisoft always has a good show.
Lineup, yeah.
They always have something coming out for everybody. They're really well rounded. With that, let's jump into Bethesda. There's a lot of stuff on here that's all the same game, so I think it's going to go a lot quicker than I expected. But Quake Champions, teaser trailer. As a huge Quake fan, it's exciting to know they're creating a Quake for multiplayer. They're not making some weird Quake 4 game. It was cool to see some of the original designs from the old Quake games. The guns, some of them look a little different. That doesn't matter.
Updated for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the rocket launcher, I'm like, that's Quake.
I'm pretty sure they showed a railgun as well.
Yeah, they showed the railgun, they showed
electricity
the Tesla
gun,
gun.
machine gun. That dude with the metal piece on his face, he's from the older ones. I want to see gameplay, but
Yeah.
It looked like they had powers, like like that guy that was charging.
The chick blinking around.
yeah, I wonder how it's gonna work. But that'll be interesting because there's already like amplifiers and shit on the map, so maybe you have to find this. I just hope it stays with the arena roots, but adds some progression in
Yeah.
some way.
And the only thing they really mentioned is they have a huge focus on esports on this one. So.
Yeah, which will keep the game feeling more balanced and,
Yeah.
and arena-like.
I kind of hope it's still a Twitch shooter though.
Me too.
So,
Me too. I don't want it to be slow-paced.
the Doom multiplayer did a pretty decent job keeping it.
It was like a little taste of what I hope Quake will offer.
just more.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls Legends strategy card game.
Nope.
I don't give a shit.
I don't care either. I'm tired of everyone making card games.
Yeah. Fallout 4 Contraptions Workshop. Okay, so they showed some DLCs coming out. Contraption Workshop, Vault-Tec Workshop, Shelter Upgrade or Update, and yeah, they also showed off Elder Scrolls Skyrim Remastered. Thoughts on any of that?
Go ahead, Josh.
First off, it really pisses me off that you come out with a really gimmicky shit like DLCs for your fucking for your villages
Yeah.
in Fallout 4, and you come out with one story-driven DLC, Far Harbor, which is supposed to be really fucking good. I haven't played it, but then the last two DLCs you make are gimmicky fucking building shit again. Like, that is dumb. I'm so fucking irritated with their choices of DLC.
As a guy who doesn't like Fallout 4, there I said it, for many reasons. Because the best thing of the game for me was the building aspect. So I think it is good that they're adding stuff to that, even though watching that trailer with the dorky music and the conveyor belts moving stuffed animals and shit, I'm like, I'm not excited about this.
There's no purpose.
I mean,
It's
We're
just
gonna
more,
create
it's more
fucking
sandbox.
mouse-
people are gonna make weird contraptions. They're going for that whole redstone and Minecraft shit. They
Yeah.
want to see what people can
It
create.
is literally just to expand upon the sandbox aspect of the game.
But I agree. Like, they should do more storyline stuff, and hopefully they do. Hopefully there's a fine balance between both of them. But I think there's room for both.
No. The Vault is their last
So there's
DLC.
one storyline DLC.
Yep,
That's it.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
wow.
disappointing.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, unless you want to count the robot one, because that had some story in it.
Not
But
count anyone because I don't give a.
oh wait, fuck! I'm 100% wrong. I'm sorry. I'm 100% wrong. They're coming out with another DLC
Alright.
called Nuka
You're
Land.
like 60,
Oh,
70% wrong.
they did
Oh,
show that. I thought I
Called
had it on
Nuka
there.
Land.
Maybe I
and
don't.
That's the last.
Yeah, it's a
one.
theme park.
Yeah.
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 I think I'm burnt out on Fallout and Skyrim at
Yeah.
this point, because Fallout 4, I'm not gonna say it's a bad game, but it's not.
It's definitely not a bad
not
game.
that different than Fallout 3, so it did nothing for me.
I think Fallout 3 is a better game.
I think Fallout 3 and New Vegas are both better games.
I hated New Vegas.
I think New Vegas is a better game too.
Plus the fucking.
My problem is the formula. Not even the formula, just the There's not enough new.
I think Fallout 2 is
No.
better than Fallout 4.
The thing that's new with Fallout 4 is fucking the building aspect, and it's
It's a
janky.
fucking mod.
It's janky. It feels like an add-on mod because it's not built that well. And there's so many fucking games that do it better.
And then I think this is going
almost
to tie
embarrassing.
into Skyrim remaster as well. And I think we can all agree on this. Please make a new engine and make a new Elder Scrolls.
I'm very fatigued.
I want to be excited, man.
I'm
Elder
so
Scrolls.
fatigued with Fallout and Skyrim right now. Fallout 4.
I mean, people give Call of Duty shit for reusing the same engine over and over and over again. Bethesda's doing the exact same
And
fucking
they get praised
thing.
for it.
The exact same fucking thing. They're making simpler and simpler fucking games.
Yep.
With the same fucking engine. They don't look good. Fallout 4 does not look good. No matter what.
The next Elder Scrolls is going to be an on rails, and you just fucking hit the trigger,
The,
and he swings.
but the,
It's
be-
got,
the
like,
best thing
fucking
about these
64.
is it's the mod community is already used to modding for it, so the mods come out fast, and in that aspect, that's awesome. I'm not really the type I modded a lot when I was younger, and at this point in my life, I want a solid game. I don't really care about the mods anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not modding my games.
The
I'm
thing
not
is-
I'm not spending 7,000 hours in an Elder Scrolls game anymore.
Yeah.
Like
I wish I was.
My thing is now is like quality of life shit. If I mod something, that's what it's gonna be. Like with you and XCOM 2, how fucking you modded it mostly just to fix shit.
Fix the game, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I would do. I would mod it to fix bugs, or I'd mod it to fucking.
sure, you have to do that with Dark Souls 1.
Let's cut the Fallout 4 chat short
Yeah.
though, because we're gonna talk about this game forever. No one's excited for the new
No.
content.
No.
Or the remaster, I don't care.
No.
The remaster, I'm not excited for either.
It's a 6-year-old game, move
like
on.
we've expressed, overhyped games that
It's-
simplified both of the genre, or both of the brands, and are accessible to everyone, casual gamers, blah blah blah.
Skyrim with graphics mods
Yeah,
added in.
and not even as good looking as what you can do on your PC.
If you want to
anymore, so what's the
remaster a
point?
game, go back further and not to your last title.
Dude, remaster fucking Morrowind. I'll fucking be
They
fucking
remastered- even
sucking
if they
some
remastered
D's.
Even
Oblivion.
Oblivion, like it's something that's
would-
not the
Oh,
last
yeah,
game
I would
you
love
made.
to see Oblivion come
so-
back with better graphics and maybe some
Maybe some quality of life.
quality of life stuff, make the
improvements.
game better. Feel
Just something older and that would actually be more of a surprise than just being like, hey, we know like everyone loves the shit out of this game. Well, here it is again. So
think they're gonna remaster Fallout 3.
I don't care.
Me neither. Okay. Okay, so Doom has a bunch of free stuff coming out, apparently. New Snap Map updates. Snap Map is their map maker, which is neat. New multiplayer modes coming out for
All free, yeah.
soon, which sound pretty cool. And a premium DLC coming out. Yeah, I mean, I didn't buy the game. Josh bought it, and I borrowed it like 2 days later. And I think it's cool. And I really like that they're doing the free DLC, and that they're, within a month of the game releasing, adding new game modes.
Yeah, the game modes actually are pretty neat. I really like something more than just deathmatch, so it is kind of nice to get out there and there was it like a capture the flag or a
It's
single
their version of a capture.
single
one
capture
flag,
the flag, and pretty much like King of the Hill, just without the moving point, because Doom has King of the Hill, it's just moving. So and of course anything free is awesome.
Yeah.
I was pretty much just gonna say the fact that so early out the gate that they're already supporting it so heavy. I just hope that continues. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like id, because a lot of the games that come out and their DLCs are kind of weak.
Yeah.
I mean, Rage had like car stuff that got added.
It was
to
unfortunate
it.
because that game was so gorgeous.
It was a really good looking game. Fell short. And then I'm gonna skip more Elder Scrolls shit, because we're just gonna reiterate the same shit we've been saying over and over
Tired.
again. They're doing VR. That's cool. Hopefully it's neat. Dishonored 2. I played the last one.
I tried to.
It's really neat in a lot of ways, but I just didn't have fun, which is
Dishonored
weird.
2 is pretty.
But Dishonored 2 is a fucking gorgeous game.
Yeah.
That is a good looking game, and a lot of the moves you can do looked really neat. There's one where you fucking yanked a dude out a window at him and like turned to some fucking the darkness Jackie come to the darkness fucking
Yeah.
thing.
One thing I will say is they announced that they're gonna have a no powers mode. So you actually have to
That's
stealth, and you actually have to, if you want to be more of a purist when it comes to that kind of shit.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested.
I mean, I think they're going a little more all out with this game, because the first game, not necessarily was reserved, but I just think that they didn't.
It was a new IP.
Yeah, I just think I don't know. I was bored.
Yeah, but I mean, look at it this way: it was a new IP that most people enjoyed. Mm-hmm. So it was successful enough. Now they know they can spend the money, and this is showing off that they're spending money on it.
They just had really neat ideas. I really love the gun sword combo, because then you can fucking be
Dishonored.
Okay.
Then you'd be like guarding and shit like that, and sword fighting. And if he was just pissing you off, you just fucking pull the trigger and kill him. But yeah, I mean,
I doubt this is a day one buy for me. So, but
yeah, I don't even have plans of buying it. I mean, if it comes out and it gets a fucking 9 or 10, and like it's a must fucking have game, I'll think about it.
fucking
Just because the last game, I appreciate it. I think it was a really fucking solid game. It's awesome they made it. People loved it. And I'm not trying to take that away from them. Just for me, I played it, and I was like, man, this is neat. And then fucking, I just was bored. Just because the stealth in first person was so slow paced.
Instant surprise, or the instant kind of gratification was fun. Other than that, it was fucking awful.
With that, let's move over to EA and talk about Titanfall 2. I love Titanfall 1. Aside from a couple shortcomings for new IP, I think it fucking crushed it. The only thing that it really needed was, I think, more items and multiplayer to unlock, because that's
More content,
just
because it didn't have a single player campaign.
Just to be fucking honest, you got to keep people playing, and it was super balanced. It just needed more shit.
very bare bones.
They made it quickly though, and it's impressive for what they did. But also no campaign. Titanfall 2 offers more shit, and it has a campaign.
That trailer was really fucking
campaign
cool.
is fucking cool looking.
Because like it really seemed like there's going to be like a relationship between you and your Titan.
Yeah, I liked the AI system where we're talking about the rules of being a Titan or whatever, and just like all the set pieces that I remember from like the original Call of Duties when they were working on that, seeing that in this, because like the new Infinity War Call of Duties, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but they're so fucking fast paced and hyper now. But like to slow shit down to like actual speed and have these really cool fucking choreographed things happening, like in Modern Warfare 2. I was watching the trailer for Titanfall 2, and fucking the part where the guy like fucking flies the mech, hits the dude, pulls the gun under, and fucking unloads through like the bottom of his head and shit.
Yeah,
was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Or like all this cool like mech combat with swords and stuff. I'm like, oh god, it's so fucking cool.
It seemed like they took like, because you know that shield that you can put out to catch the fucking ballistics. It seemed like they might have replaced it, but it looked like he was blocking with the sword. Because the sword is thick, so like it was able to like shield him a bit.
Do you think they would take that out, or do you think they'd have both?
I think they would have both.
Yeah.
Well, because I know they're adding new mech or mechs. I can't remember if it's one or two, but the sword wielding one essentially. So.
And then
can't wait to play that.
I really love that set piece when he's flying out the window and he's like, the gun's like in front of him. He's like, fuck, and he goes to grab it, and he can't grab it. And he's like, pretty much yelling at his Titan to fucking help him.
Yeah.
And his fucking Titan fucking reaches out and snatches him up. I was like, Jesus.
And I think that's gonna be really cool to elaborate more on how important, how cool the Titans are in the world in the campaign, because we didn't really get a whole lot of that in the first game.
Well, yeah, I mean, it'd be really cool to see a relationship with your mech.
It's essentially going to be the Master Chief Cortana thing if they do it right. So
and because in the game I was like, it's a mech, whatever. I'm just gonna fucking destroy it, and we'll just move on from there.
Yeah, but if it becomes a character,
it
you
becomes
become attached,
you care about it.
First day buy for me.
Me too.
You bought the first one.
I did buy the first one, and I didn't play it, so
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to do it on this
Yeah.
one. I do want to play the campaign. If you guys end up buying it on console, which I'm not sure how you guys feel about which system you're buying this for.
I'll probably buy it for
I'm
PS4.
getting to this weird fucking point, man, where I'm just like really just enjoying sitting around with the controller. I've been playing my PS4 so fucking much that I'm just so used to it. I'm a PC dude. I love PCs and all that shit, but like I don't know, man. When I come home from work and shit, I just want to fucking grab the controller and just play the fucking game.
Right.
I don't want to get in my cockpit and fucking.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm fucking selling out, and I'll play it. I've been playing Blade and Soul and shit.
And Overwatch.
On my PC and Overwatch.
Yeah.
And that's great. I almost bought Overwatch on PS4 though too, because I don't mind fucking supporting the game twice. And
You'd be able to.
on days where I don't
Yep.
want to fucking play on PC,
That's
I
the
can play
thing,
on my
man.
PS4.
Is like, and it's gonna work. When you fucking, you're not gonna have anything. If something were to happen in the background of your PC, fucking be-sawed your shit or something like that. Like, which it does happen on fucking console. I'm not gonna lie, but it just happens less.
The frequency, yeah.
It's just I'm kind of in the same fucking. I'm just like, I can relax, just my controller, and just kind of hang out.
Well, if you guys get it on console, I'll just borrow it and see if I want to buy it. Otherwise, I'm just going to watch you play it on PC and decide if I want to buy it. That's
Yeah.
where I'm at. So,
I'm going to lump two things in together just so because I know the answer to this. Madden 17 and FIFA 17. Nope.
I mean, not interested, but it is always neat that they do expand on things. Just to touch a couple things real fast.
Yeah.
FIFA's getting story mode, so for people who are into that and want to feel like they are going to be in the experience of it and they get to actually be this rookie who becomes this major person, it's cool.
Even though with my experience with EA games, sports games, having storyline modes, they're always so dorky.
And I'm sure it will be.
There's always one rival dude. It's like bad writing. It's like a fucking kids Nickelodeon movie.
EA Ballers or the NBA Ballers or whatever the fuck it was, it's kind of the same thing. You start on the court, you start on the blacktop
Well,
court.
what was that fucking boxing game or whatever where they had the storyline, and at the end, like, you're getting your ass kicked. You said, like, the last fight you didn't like it because it actually wasn't a fight. You felt like you were just getting your ass kicked until your coach is like, fuck him up, Johnny, and then you fucking...
I think that was like Fight Night 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
like,
really dorky.
Yeah, that was the worst because you're getting your ass... It's Rocky. Like, you're getting your fucking ass beat, and then, like... And there's no way to fucking, like, destroy him. And then all of a sudden, it's like... Do better, kid, and fucking your guy goes, whoa,
like, oh, okay,
and fucking
okay, yeah, I'll do
goes in
better.
there and rocks his shit.
That sounds terrible. And then
That's
for
exactly how it
For
sounds.
Madden, for people who are into the competitive aspect of it, they're adding instead of you having to go places to participate in esports, they're building in that into the game with real prizes and stuff like that. So just
kind of sit at home and
participate. They have 3 different competition features they're adding. So
I will never in my life buy a Madden or a FIFA game.
I won't either.
But there's 17 of them for a reason, and people love them and expect them. So
I'm not gonna lie. I buy a Madden game probably once every 4 or 5 years,
I mean,
just to kind of
at least
check them out.
You know better than I do. I don't want to get too into this because it's Plus Club, but NBA 2K16, I do not know how to play the game.
Yeah. Well, I told him the same thing, man. He was just fucking. Yeah.
we'll talk about Plus
Yeah.
Club. I'm a little excited for Mass Effect Andromeda after this trailer that came out. I know you guys were stoked on already just because of the name.
I'll say it's going to be hard to unsell me on this one. So.
The trailer did it for me though. I mean, the music was really cool. The visuals are. I mean, the games always look good, and that game looks fucking good. But it looks like they're emphasizing freedom on going to different planets and actually exploring.
Well, yeah, because the emphasis on this one is that you're leaving the Milky Way.
Yeah, which I
to
think is neat.
find
Sounds like
a new
restarting.
home, and you're the alien now.
Yeah.
So, really cool concept. I'm really excited to see where they go with it.
I completely forgot that all of the Mass Effect series is just in the Milky Way.
Yep, you're
Yeah.
leaving now.
Yeah, now you're fucking going beyond.
It's literally almost like a reboot that's connected by
Yeah.
We Left.
Well, which it kind of actually expands on the whole thing because humans, once they got to the Pluto, they found the Mass Effect relay, which got them to the rest of the galaxy, and then it's almost kind of now it's like they almost found a Mass Effect relay to get them fucking further, and
That's what I'm saying.
it
That,
seems
that
like
loose tie-in is smart, but it's still new galaxy,
Yeah.
new character,
Yeah.
new stories gonna unfold.
you wouldn't know this, but
Let's not get too heavy on like spoilers. And
well, no,
discussion of the game.
the species of the Shadow Broker, the
Yeah.
one that's
Yes,
very
yes.
violent. That's those guys, right?
I'm not sure, to be
Oh,
honest.
so I was like, I was like, that's fucking him.
I just want to add one more thing to this, and we can move on, because obviously me and you are on this. Seth is more interested now.
Oh, I'm stoked for it now.
The Mako's back,
Yeah,
and it didn't look like shit.
yeah.
So
Yeah, when it was underneath the ship, and
Yeah.
there's lights and shit. I was like, "This is fucking awesome."
so that's cool. I'm glad they're bringing back features that people missed, but obviously didn't function well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are probably gonna buy it first day.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Fee?
That is their indie program. It's part of their indie program they're starting. It's the game they showcased. It was it's a little like purple like dog type thing sitting there.
It was very purple, and
Yeah.
you used like a grappling hook to get around.
I would say it seems more like an exploration, very journey.
Fuck, don't I remember that?
because it's forgettable.
It didn't show a lot. So.
Well, I don't remember it. Are you guys excited for it or trailer or anything?
Which weird because FE is iron on the element scale.
Yeah, they pronounce it really weird. It's like fe or fee or something like that. Pretty positive it was a French company making it. So
At least I hope it's FE. I don't want. I hopefully I just didn't piss off every fucking buddy who knows what the element table is.
as we said with the indie game that was by 505, if it gets great reviews, then I'll probably look at it.
I might check it out.
So I'm just gonna throw a couple things together, just for time's sake. There is a new Battlefront already announced, already coming out next year. Way too quick. After Battlefront, I don't give a fuck. Well, we'll wait to talk about it. 2018 action adventure game for Star Wars, being made by Visceral Games, and Star Wars game third-person action adventure game by Respawn Entertainment. Jump through real quick, then you guys do the same. Battlefront, I'm not excited for it anyway. I was excited for the first one that came out recently. Super fucking disappointed. First match I played in the beta. It felt like a free-to-play game. Don't give a fuck. They gotta fucking work hard to get me to be into it again. Visceral Games is a completely competent company that has made some great games. I'm really excited to see what they do with a story-driven action-adventure game. And Respawn Entertainment, I'm just dying to see them make anything else.
Yeah.
Because Titanfall was a really good start, and yeah, I hope it's fucking awesome. In the trailer we watched, it showed them doing mocapping of like lightsaber battles. I'm fucking ready for that. What do you guys think?
Battlefront, fuck that. The other two games I want to keep my eye on.
Yeah.
Battlefront needs features, and then I'll be interested. So I mean, that's really where that's at. The Visceral one, they showed that quick little early footage in that video we watched. It looked beautiful, and that's early. Yeah. So fingers crossed.
Visceral made the horror game Dead Space, didn't they?
Yes, and Hardline.
Yeah, and Hardline's competent. I don't think it's bad, but it's not. After playing Battlefield 4 again recently, I realized that
shit's all over Hardline, to be honest. In my opinion,
Battlefield 4 is just a much better Battlefield over Hardline. But Hardline wasn't bad. It was a neat idea, and they did a fine job. So it's not even like they did bad.
Yeah.
And then Mass Effect, fucking
Dead Space.
Dead Space. Thank you.
Dead Space was a very competent horror game.
For a while, there's the only horror game that existed. I never got scared from them, but I thought they were fun.
Two had a lot of crazy set pieces.
Well, and that's the thing, is there's some really visceral fucking parts of cinematic scenes in the Dead Space games, and I feel like they're going to be right at home making essentially a Star Wars game, yeah. And then Respawn. I'm sold.
Yep.
All right, and the last thing for EA is Battlefield 1. Like I said, playing Battlefield 4 again, rekindled a little something for me for Battlefield, and then watching the trailer for this, I'm just excited to see a World War One, World War Two. I know it's not World War Two, but going back to like older shooters.
Yeah,
I'm stoked. I want to play it.
Yeah, it is nice to see them actually. I remember when World War II was the fucking.
It's been so long since that time, though. Like it doesn't even matter anymore.
First shooters. It was very kind of saturated.
That was like 16 years ago.
I know, and now it's exciting to almost go back to it. Like
I'll say, it's very refreshing.
Yeah,
it's funny that that's refreshing now, because like sci-fi, we've had like 2 eras of sci-fi come and go. World War II shit and beyond that, around that era, once.
Well, I'm not done with sci-fi. Like I'm not feeling fatigued by it yet.
We'll never be done with sci-fi.
But it has been such a long time since we've had a mix of types of games. I'm really excited that companies are really going out there and being experimental again. This was a gamble for them, just because they were afraid not too many people would know World War One in the younger audiences now. I'm probably not going to buy this one, just because I know, me.
Yeah.
The game looks awesome. I think anyone who's into Battlefield will love this game.
Also, real quick tip for anybody who likes the Battlefield series. Hopefully, as of recording, it's like this, but hopefully by the time you guys hear this on Tuesday, you can buy all the Battlefield games for $5 right now.
Yeah, they're dirt cheap on Origin.
Any console.
It's actually till the end of June. So.
Yeah. So if you want to play Hardline, Battlefield 4, even a lot of the EA games like Dragon Age Inquisition, $6. Super fucking cheap. If you want just a full game full of content that's well worth more than $5.
That was another 100-hour game for me.
Just
Dragon Age is
go
awesome.
check that out. It's on every console. If you want a PC, PS4, Xbox One, it's all the same. So make sure to check that out. And with that, let's jump into Microsoft. Microsoft revealed that they're making an Xbox One S, which is their Slim, for $300. Thing's sleek looking. It pretty much does. It looks like what the Xbox One should look like. I'm tempted just to waste some money and buy one just to have one, and then give you my old one, because then you'd have one, because you're probably not going to fucking buy one. With what's
I don't know, with what we're about to talk about with our conference, I'm getting tempted. So which I'm glad to be able to say.
No, it's fucking about time. There's something to talk about. But yeah, I think I'm going to buy an Xbox One S. Possibly. I think they look cool.
I feel like shit for saying this, but I've got the Destiny PS4. It's white. I kind of want to just buy this because it
matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just real quick, just announcement wise on this, the pricing on that starts at $299. That's for a 500 gigabyte version. $350 for a 1 terabyte and $400 for a 2 terabyte hard drive.
Nice.
Damn. They need to fucking release one of those on the PS4. I'm fucking...
Dude,
I'm about to switch my hard drive out.
I'm deleting shit constantly for fucking...
Dude, every time I'm installing game, I'm uninstalling.
I uninstalled Warframe.
Oh, I did
Ooh,
not.
shit.
I did not do
That's
that.
the cardinal sin,
That's
dude.
38 gigs that I freed up.
Was not the biggest game
I
on my
freed
hard
up
drive.
44 with fucking getting rid of, NBA 2K.
I'll say Uncharted. That's what I had to uninstall stuff to install. Uncharted Collection is another huge. That's like almost 40 gigs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
I should
huge.
probably get the
Yeah,
fuck rid of that.
I uninstalled that too.
So everybody's favorite game with fat dudes in armor, Gears of War 4. They're bringing it back, new characters. Looks like the characters seem a little more realistic, I guess, than the
portion-wise.
gorillas in the last games. Game looks good graphically.
I was so fucking underwhelmed with that goddamn trailer, man. Like everything in it, I was just like, this is fucking dumb. Because it's Gears of War, so I can't really bitch about that. But
Of course you can.
that's
Gears of War
that's
sucks.
just a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
I hate you have to empty clips into somebody to kill them. I hate fucking all that jazz. The part that pissed me off the most is that the turret is literally firing into him, and he just saunters on over to fucking right that. It was a fucking trebuchet or whatever the fuck it is. And fucking, and then so like, and the turret's just firing around him. Like, it doesn't even want to kill him. It's just fucking around.
It's conveniently missing.
Yeah. And
I don't know
then
if they did that for the demo, though, for the presentation or not, but the AI seemed fucking stupid. Like, embarrassing. For a game that looked that fucking good, I'm like, is he playing like a fucking a cheap-ass free-to-play game?
It feels like it's all it had going for it was appearance.
Yeah.
Because
No, it's a showcase for sure.
It looked
Like,
fucking.
look at it.
I was pissed off that I was sitting there having to deal
Well, it's
with
funny because
watching
you're like skip it. I'm like, let's check it out.
right when it came on. You were,
So, yeah, it looks good, but like the fucking the shit that's coming out of their mouths is like painful to listen to.
It's dorky as fuck.
Yeah.
And then the big reveal of Fat Geralt at the end.
The fucking level design is boring. The combat looks boring.
Who's that fucking dude? Dom DeLuise?
I'm pretty sure it's. I don't think it's
No,
Marcus Phoenix.
That's who it is.
It is.
I was pretty sure it was. It didn't
Dom's
look like
dead.
him. I know Dom died in the third one, but like
It looked just like
I'm
Marcus Phoenix.
pretty positive it's him.
With facial hair.
either way, who gives a shit? It sucks,
Dude, it's exciting.
Well,
man. He's
because
coming
you
back.
play as Marcus Phoenix's kid.
Yeah, well now you get to see Football Daddy.
Yeah. Fucking Fat Geralt daddy put on some fucking Pupilo.
None of us are buying this.
Fuck no.
Okay.
I'm going to tell everybody to not buy it.
I'm gonna spend money to make sure people don't buy this game.
Just build a campaign against it.
Yeah, let's get the fuck rid of this game, man.
Get on our soapboxes.
Those guys can make a good looking game. They need to make something else. Xbox Play Anywhere. You buy a game digitally. You own it on Xbox One and Windows 10. I don't want to go too far into this, but that's cool.
No, that's awesome.
It's a neat idea. Yeah,
It's like buying 2 games.
You're getting 2 games for the price of 1, yeah. And cloud saves and shit like that.
I think that's gonna hopefully kind of change the standard. I feel like other people are gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Push their fucking Windows 10 agenda.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm skipping this. Horizon or Forza Horizon 3.
I think it looks fucking cool. It
looks cool,
man. I'm gonna buy it.
I'll play your copy.
I don't know if you sold on the setting, even though it does look varied. I think graphically, of course, it looks really good. Forza always looks really good, and the trailer's cool. Mm-hmm. I can't see myself fucking playing through a Forza game though. And I haven't really played the Horizon games. I played the first one.
I've never played a Horizon game.
Horizon's open
They're more
world.
like arcadey feeling, kind of. Mm-hmm. Not too much though. Like,
I think
like
that's what Forza kind of needs though, because it doesn't fucking succeed at being a sim.
Well, it does succeed, just not well received in the same sense Gran Turismo is worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might
and the guys
also
who develop
be the,
Forza talk a lot of shit too. That's another reason why I always have problems with them.
Yeah.
It's like, we're making what standard sim game should be. Like, they're like fucking talking about like, this is the pinnacle of fucking racing and games. It's like,
it's
the world doesn't
right.
agree, man. Sales on Gran Turismo are fucking skyrocketing over fucking Forza worldwide.
I think that might also be though that's fucking. I mean, Gran Turismo is restricted to restricted to PlayStation, which millions more people have, and I understand it's always been like that. I just think that that could be a reason for Forza not selling as much.
Selling well enough for them to keep making them.
Oh no, I fully agree.
360 and the PS3 were pretty fucking. 360 sold more than PS3 at first.
Oh yeah. Well, like I'm
that's where
just
Forza
saying
started.
That fucking, yeah.
So if anything, they should have sold more by that rationale.
Well, not now.
Not now, but Forza as a property, most of the games were on the 360.
No.
And they didn't.
They were all on 360, but like, I agree that Gran Turismo is the better game.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just
I'll
talking about the
never say
sales. When you're talking about them not selling as much because of some kind of handicap, they actually didn't have the handicap. PlayStation did.
They have it now, though. Yeah.
They do now, but as the whole spectrum of the series, when they've been talking shit about it or whatever, they don't have an excuse.
Yeah.
The game just doesn't sell as much because Gran Turismo is Gran Turismo.
Yeah. Has pedigree.
Yeah. But Forza Horizon, buying it.
Playing Josh's.
I will probably play Josh's as well. And then if I like it, I might pick it up. Recore, what was that again?
It was a garbage ass game and had a bunch of dumb
See,
shit.
now I disagree. I think this game looks cool.
It's a garbage
This reminds me almost of like a Ratchet and Clank style platformer game. You're
that's why I was like, oh, what the fuck ever. So I was just bored of it. I was like, I'm not saying that Ratchet and Clank is boring, but like, I saw it and I was like, ugh, Jesus Christ, it's okay.
I don't remember this because I remember we started watching it and I got bored and I got on my phone, which is unfair for this discussion. And I'd like glance up every once in a while, and there's nothing I was catching.
I don't know. I think it looks neat because you play as a character who is capable of doing combat themselves, and then you have these little mech buddies that help you do different tasks. Like you have one that's for scouting, you have one that's for getting through terrain, and you have like a big tank style one.
And that's the thing is, I think that's why you recore, because you can't have them all at the same time.
Sure.
You have to fucking take the core out and put it in someone else. I just think it's one of those. It's gonna be just one of those games. It's just fucking. Oh, here I go. Now I gotta get the fucking dog. He's gonna do some shit, and then there's a gnarly boss here. Let's get the heavy hitter. I mean, it's just fucking. To me, it seems like it's gonna be way too cut and dry on like the characters you need and how you use them.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, overemphasized. I think it looks neat. I mean, I can't rush out and buy it. I don't have an Xbox One.
Yeah.
Even if I did have an Xbox One, I probably,
It's exclusive.
yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I would probably still wait for a
Sure,
review
from
on
the
it,
tongue.
but it is something I would keep my eye on. So.
It's not on my radar, and I mean, if I hear something about it, I'll check it out. We Happy Few Really interesting game. Looking in its tone, I think the graphics look good. I'm curious about how the game will carry itself as you play it. I think the storylines are really interesting. This is something that's on my radar to keep an eye out for.
I want to know, like, what the fuck happened to it? Because, like,
I know.
I literally watched a video that Rabaz made, like 2 years ago, and he was playing like that beta, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared. I haven't heard anything about it, and then it's just like, oh, now it's coming out for console, and so
could be finances, could be development problems.
Yeah, to me it seems like it's equilibrium, in a weird way. He stops taking the drugs, because his kid. I mean, not saying his kid did, but and then now everybody's fucking after him.
Well, the thing I was watching was talking about how everybody takes those pills to stay normal.
That's
and
what.
then I think people stop taking them, or something happens.
Well, you become a downer if they realize you're not fully, because
That's what they call you. Yeah.
in the
That's why
trailer,
they're after you.
in the fucking trailer, you're smashing the pinata. It's not a pinata. It's an actual fucking.
Everyone sees pinata because they're on drugs. Though.
Yeah, because they're on joy, and
everyone's regulated on this drug.
Yeah,
and you stop taking it.
Yeah, so now your guy's you kill a fucking dog or something like that, like a real fucking dog, and that's what the blood everywhere is, and they're eating it.
It's a giant rat, I believe.
Oh well, whatever the fuck it is. That part was creepy.
It's gross.
I was
well, it's funny too because the whole game's got this late '60s fucking groovy vibe to it, but also just super twisted. What you just said is fucking
contrast
weird.
is very fucking.
It's very reminiscent of a BioShock game to me.
BioShock, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's got this happy exterior and this dark reality.
Very very. What the fuck's that city called? That one underwater. Rapture. Very Rapture-esque.
Even fucking can't remember the name of the fucking
Starkland.
The one in the sky, but that's
Columbia.
It's beautiful
Columbia.
when you get there, and then by the end of it, it's just a shithole.
Yeah,
so.
well, that's because and you're right. Everybody's living this weird fucking I don't want to see
delusion
the truth kind of life. Yeah.
Buying it, interested.
I won't be able to play that game. I can tell by the tone of it.
I'm interested, I guess.
I'm interested too. I feel like it's gonna be a cool game, but at the same time, I enjoy the BioShock games, but I think the gameplay is so simple that it's hard for me to have fun with them. I just really like the story and the universe, but so I feel like it might have the same thing, but I think the story is really interesting. So I also am kind of worried though that they're trying to make something so dark and twisted that you'll be talking about it, but they're trying too hard, maybe. But I don't know.
Yeah,
It kind of reminded me of Sir, You Are Being Hunted.
Yeah.
One against everybody. I just hope that you're able to. In Sir, You Are Being Hunted, you can fight back, but it's a very losing way to go. In this game, from what I understand, you can actually fight back and refix everything. Go back into stealth and hide again and stuff like that.
Okay, Dead Rising 4 looks like Dead Rising 3, looks like Dead Rising 2, looks like Dead Rising 1. We'll see. That's wrong.
I'll buy it.
I'm not
I'm
interested.
going to buy it. I've always been a big fan of the Dead Rising series. I absolutely fucking hate they're bringing back Frank West. I fucking hate it.
Yeah. I think it's neat for continuity reasons. It kind of brings it back and makes it feel like, because there's been two identities of Dead Rising so far. We've had 1 and 2. 2 matured over 1 a little bit more, but then 3 tried tonally to go more gritty and mature while still trying to have some ridiculous things, aspects to it. This one visually looks like 3 to me, but that they're bringing back Frank West. I feel like it's going to be fucking goofy as shit. Especially in the video, he's in a mech suit.
So he walked away for part of it. The shit he was killing the zombies with was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Look, he was in an exoskeleton from fucking Modern Warfare.
But I don't think Dead Rising is bad at all. I think they're fun games, but the formula has got me fatigued.
I've never enjoyed these games, so.
And you're into it. Scalebound, which is essentially, based off the trailer, Monster Hunter meets
Lost Planet.
Lost Planet. So by that alone, I'm excited for this game. And
I am too.
there's a game on the Xbox One I want.
It's funny because last year they showed this off, and I didn't give a shit about it.
Yeah.
I didn't remember seeing it last year, but
They've had all these teasers come out every once in a while, and like little things here and there, whatever. I'm like, oh, cool, fucking a shitty fantasy game on the Xbox One.
This is the other game by Platinum Games, though.
Yeah.
Both games they've shown look good.
Yeah, they've really matured as a company, and a lot of stuff they're coming out with. But yeah, this is, in my opinion, a must-have title for the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
It looks cool. I mean,
customizable dragons and shit like that.
Customization, combat, where there's mechanics to it that involve like
weak
being
points.
on the dragon. Off
It's also
the dragon.
offering something that we don't really have a whole lot of in consoles in general. I mean, like Monster Hunter is on
handheld.
3DS,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then Lost Planets. There's 1 and 2.
They're dead.
3 is a different game, and it's dead. So like, it's offering something that no one else is offering, which I think is really fucking cool. And like I said, because it's only on Xbox One, it's an exclusive I want. It's fucking awesome. That's a thing.
Yeah. I'm probably going to buy it. I'm super excited for it, and I really want to see where it goes.
Another game that I'm excited for, Sea of Thieves, which apparently is a faux MMO. The guy that was talking about, not in the trailer, but something I was watching, was talking about how it's supposed to be kind of like the Division or the Destiny, only a little more MMO feeling. Mm-hmm. But essentially, you and some friends can be in a pirate crew on a ship, shoot other ships, explore islands, and actually put holes in ships and sink them with actual water physics and actually plug in the holes. Really, really cool idea.
That was the most impressed. That was where I was most impressed, was the ship combat. And like, because he ran downstairs, like, oh shit, there's actually water in here, and like it went up to like his titties.
You're running a fucking ship crew. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's I said this before, very Wings of Icarus, where you actually have different. You can actually have different jobs.
Yeah, it's what they did on an indie budget. Only Rare's making it.
Yeah.
And the physics on the ships look good. I mean, that ship sank in like its side.
It started to
down,
list,
and then it flipped.
Yeah.
And
that guy's really like, the guy was in there underneath the water, like trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, another game I think I have to own on the Xbox
No,
One.
that looks fun as shit.
Yeah, it looks really good.
State of Decay 2, I'm excited for. I liked the first one. I think it had a lot of cool ideas. It feels like a light version of DayZ to me, but that's fine because it's an enjoyable, fun, story-driven zombie game. But this one's actually going to have multiplayer, so I'm excited for
That's
this.
nice.
So, and it's going to be probably cheaper than a $6 game because the last one was. I'm probably going to buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the first one, so I'm probably going to like the second one.
Yeah, that's a big maybe for me.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that really pushed me over the edge for yes is going to be multiplayer.
That's it.
That's the
if
maybe.
they did a multiplayer, I wouldn't even be interested. Halo Wars 2. I'm on the fence.
I don't know enough to even have an opinion, to be honest.
Well, the first one's like a really simplified RTS
Right.
console, and it worked well. But like I was saying before, it came out at a time where people on consoles weren't as diverse in what they were playing as PC players, and I don't think they were ready for an RTS to be released and be successful, because it's fucking Halo. If there was an RTS that had any chance of being successful, it's a fucking Halo RTS. I don't think it did that well because no one fucking played it. But second chance, I think it's worth it. I feel like more people will play it now, and I'm curious to see what it's like.
I think RTSs just don't translate well to console. If they can find a way to do it, that'd be awesome. But every RTS I've ever played on console has just been bad. And then this is like going all the way back to fucking Command and Conquer for fucking PlayStation 1. It's just awful. So
Man, can we just say real quick how much fucking balls they had to try and throw Diablo and fucking Command and Conquer on the PlayStation?
I played Diablo on the PlayStation and enjoyed it
So
quite a bit,
did I.
actually.
I did too. I never played it on PC. I played it on
But
PlayStation.
yeah,
that shit
was
should have
huge.
never been
But-
on console back
yeah.
then, and they did
For
it.
people who don't know, a regular memory card was 15 blocks. Diablo was 14
Yeah.
blocks.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That should have had a fucking bundle. Came with a fucking memory
Yeah.
card.
No kid.
Had fucking all El
We had to
Diablo
buy
on it.
two.
I think that's a hard sell for me though. Halo
Yeah.
Wars.
I'm willing to see it. I guess the beta's happening. I should probably try it out.
Yeah.
Unless it might be over by now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you'll just have to see.
Yeah, but I'm glad that they're making a second one. Hopefully, it does better. And then, of course, Project Scorpio was confirmed. We already know this.
Yep.
We did that on Taste Tuesday, but they did a video talking about how this is going to be true 4K, more powerful. Developers,
they were sucking
Teraflops,
its dick.
baby.
developers who are paid off were really just talking it up about how it's going to change the planet, save us all from global warming, and yeah, hopefully it's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna.
2018.
It has to.
Yeah.
You have 2 consoles coming out that have to come out at this point. So
Yeah.
because one company said they're gonna.
All right, and for our last grouping, let's jump into Sony, which we're all kind of fanboys of. So,
Best conference again.
had a really good conference, really good showing, had some cool reveals. Let's jump into it. Just like Zelda franchise, I never thought I'd say I'm excited for again. God of War. The new God of War looks fucking awesome. At first, when I saw it, I was just like, no, God of War's awful. But I'm watching, I'm like, this game though, pretend it's not God of War.
Yeah.
This game's cool. And I'm like, no, God of War fucking sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
You hate God of War. And then I'm watching, I'm like, the main character seems fucking cool. He seems way more fucking well-rounded. I like the dynamic between him and his kid. The game looks fantastic.
It looks fantastic.
Looks like fucking almost Naughty Dog level shit. The combat reminds me of like Dark Souls with the boss battles and shit. And I want to know where the story goes. I also like the Norse.
I'll say I'm way more
Shit.
interested in this mythology than the
Me too.
last.
Then
so.
Greek, yeah.
The only thing that's similar is his paint job. That's it.
Yeah. When I first saw it, I was like, who gives a shit? And then actually watching the fucking trailer, it was like, wow, this is really cool. It didn't seem to, every other God of War really tries to sell itself on how gory it can be.
Yeah.
This literally had barely any.
It just seemed more
if
mature
any
in its
at all.
gore.
Yeah.
Like gnarly gore, like, this is real.
Yeah, the gnarliest part was him fucking pushing the knife into the fucking deer.
Yeah.
Like, but like I
Which was
really
ballsy.
like.
A lot of people are going to be upset with that.
I'll say people are upset with that.
I really love the fucking how he was with his kid. The part where he's fucking like, I'm gonna bring him down and you kill it. And he brought him down and fucking the kid shoots him right in the fucking shoulder.
I don't know, hits him with a fucking arrow and he just tanks it and fucking...
And then he just murders that fucking troll thing.
The dude's died a few times.
Yeah,
An arrow
and
don't
then-
matter.
Yeah, and then the kid's like, "Oh my god!" Like he was
just shot the mountain man.
he was expecting fucking Kratos just to rip him apart.
I thought he was a turkey. I swear to God.
Yeah, and then he fucking just gave him the arrow, and he's like, "Your deer's fucking leaving." I was like, Jesus, like, yeah, it was a cool trailer or a cool gameplay showcase, and it actually kind of, I'm gonna keep my eye for this one.
So I have played the 3 core games and found some enjoyment in them. I don't hate them, but I also don't love them. They're just okay to me.
Just to be clear, the things that I don't like about it for anybody listening, just thinking I might just be hating on it. I think they're well-made games. I think they play well. I think they look fantastic, especially 3. My biggest problems with it is Kratos is an oversimplified character who just is pissed off, murders shit, and fucks everything in sight. And the storyline was okay. I think he looks like a stupid character too. And the combat is so fucking simple.
Yeah.
That it just wasn't fun for me.
QTE, those games alone fatigue me on QuickTime events.
Oh, absolutely. Those were
That was
fucking-
their shtick, though.
And they're the reason why it caught on for so fucking long.
Yeah.
And that's why we're getting away from it now. Finally,
Yeah.
now we're getting away from it. You're talking though.
I was essentially just gonna reinforce what you guys said. This game does look a lot better. It's visually just really impressive.
Yeah.
Probably, unless it just looks way too similar to the last games, I'll probably pick this one up.
I'm gonna raise it up a second, fucking say that based off this trailer alone, and based off of how happy I am with the direction they're going with it, away from what I didn't like, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah,
I already know I'm gonna buy it.
I'll buy it.
Based off what I already saw, I want it. A game that I had no idea existed, Days Gone,
Yeah.
which is kind of a surprise, really well-made game out of nowhere. which is, if no one knows, a zombie apocalypse game that some people are comparing to Last of Us. I think it's dumb. But holy shit, there's a lot of zombies on screen.
This was hands down probably one of my favorite games to come out of E3.
Me too. I mean, it was like one of the most fucking impressive ones.
Yeah, it was
just like, what the
really
fuck
fucking
is
cool.
this,
I mean, it was pretty much just a showcase, show you how to kill zombies.
Yeah.
As he kited them around.
All the different ways to evade them. And
I mean, there was literally no way out of that place unless he just ran, because there were so fucking many zombies. The physics with the zombies are really crazy. Them trying to climb over fucking one another. You could see him try. You could see him try to fucking unload to plug holes. Pretty much, so they couldn't get through that, and then
quickly.
Yeah, and then the zombies just find another way over. Their pathing is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Pathing's really good, and that they go different directions too. You don't just have this conga line chasing after you. Like at one point, he's on the roof. They're coming through the window he went through, but then to his left, they're coming out that fucking window too. Like it's awesome. I was just fucking pumped the whole time I watched
it. You can also interact with. It seems like everything.
A lot of things, yeah. Which is really neat. I hope the whole game was like that.
Yeah, he was like dropping logs and shit on him, and he ran by that one thing and fucking sliced it so it fell over.
What was the team you said was working on this?
I think it's SIE, Sony Interactive.
Yeah, the guys who made.
They are known for making Siphon Filter,
which is bizarre.
Yeah.
Like I thought those guys all died on a plane somewhere, and that's why we don't have Siphon Filter anymore.
Well, obviously they've made other games, but that's their claim to fame.
Well, did they make SOCOM?
I'm pretty sure they did.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's one of Sony's old school companies, though.
I think that's who it is. Probably
Sony has that fucking Sony money now. So
again, for the PS4, is this exclusive? Yeah. It's Sony.
It's made by Sony. Yeah.
I want this game. I'm buying
it.
I fucking need this game.
I'll watch you guys play it. There's no way I'm playing this. Yeah. It looks amazing, though. I do want to say that.
Last Guardian is, I guess, still coming out.
It is officially coming out. There's a release date.
It's probably officially probably coming
October.
Out. In October. I mean, it was more of the same. I want it.
I'm just gonna say, it's not even that I want it. It's at this point I kind of feel like I have to buy this game.
Yeah.
Which is a terrible way to word that, but
I'm fatigued on it now.
Ooh, I'm not fatigued. I was burnt out. And then I forgot about it. And then last year they finally showed it. And just a little bit. And then this year they pretty much just showed the same stuff. So I don't feel like they've overdone it.
I'm going to get fatigued after the game comes out. Because no one's talking about it really. But all the people who are always talking about how Shadow of the Colossus is their favorite game ever. People who don't play a lot of games. Like, Shadow of the Colossus is great. But, like, the people who always are like, this is my favorite game ever. Play Zelda. And that's about it.
Yeah.
All those people are going to play this game, and they're just going to be talking about it forever, like it's the only game that exists, and like I'm sure it's going to be awesome, but like that's going to get fucking.
Well, it's the exact same fucking thing when Shadow of the Colossus came out. It's the exact same fucking thing when Ico came out. All this guy's fucking games are like that. All of a sudden they're
that cult following, yeah.
They're the god's gift to fucking gaming.
Yeah.
And
which they're great.
Which they're good. They're decent games, but I mean, like I'm not. I don't know. To me, it's fucking.
Just like you just whisper the word "fucking Shadow of the Colossus" and you fucking got people going, ooh. I'm
somewhere in the middle because I loved Ico, but I was not a big Shadow of the Colossus fan.
But Last Guardian, I'm gonna buy it unless it comes out and they're like, holy shit, this was not worth the wait.
I am fucking not probably gonna buy it.
but I don't. With this amount of wait and the development time, I don't know. I'm not really excited for it. It's like kind of like you said. I feel like I just gotta get it.
I'll say that it feels like they actually had a proper comeback with this, which you don't see. In this industry.
It doesn't feel like Duke Nukem Forever, where it's this fucking struggle.
I doubt this game's gonna be bad. I really do.
I don't think it'll be bad either.
It'll be okay at worst.
Yeah.
So.
It's just the fluctuations in hype on this game has become fatiguing, and it's going to be fatiguing afterwards. That's a whole other subject. That's social shit. Horizon Zero Dawn, more gameplay was shown. This is a fucking gorgeous game. I already knew I was going to buy this game the first time I saw it. Still going to buy it.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing looking. What did you guys think? Did it do anything? Did it change anything for you, the trailer?
Yeah, the only thing I hated was the voice acting.
Yeah, it's the weakest element. I mean, with that game looking as good as it does, the playing as well as it does, it's really interesting how the voice acting isn't bad. It's just subpar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's passable. It's not Square Enix.
It's not like making my ears bleed.
Yeah. I actually probably will buy this one. After watching the gameplay of it, it looks cool. I brought it up when we were watching it. It's very reminiscent of Far Cry, and I never played those games due to
Alligators.
essentially jump scares. I don't like jump scares.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm gonna run into that with this game, and I'll still get kind of that same like experience. I hate to like just say it's Far Cry, but it's very fucking reminiscent
of Far Cry
that
a
full
lot,
formula. So
I wonder if it uses the same map as Far Cry 3 or Far Cry 4 and Primal.
that'd be hilarious.
They just took those assets, or fucking the guys who made Far Cry are just like, here you go.
Yeah.
Just you
can have it.
Might as well you can use
No,
it too.
it looks great. The game, if you guys get a chance, obviously watch the gameplay video. The game looks solid.
Detroit Become Human, the next game from Quantic Dream. I didn't play the last game. Hers good. I've always kind of liked these guys' games. This one looks awesome.
They're Indigo Prophecy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
And,
getting an HD facelift for
which is
PS4.
cool.
Yeah,
Because that game's awesome. Even though that game's so old, how good can you make it look, man? Just remake it.
dude, Dark Cloud looks pretty good.
But this game's fucking awesome looking. It shows one scenario where there's a kid being held hostage, and it shows like fucking 10 different outcomes based off of the amount of info the guy got at the crime scene before he goes out there. I love it's got a Blade Runner feel where there's AIs going around, and some of them are starting to deviate from their programming. The main character, what was his name, Colin or something like that, is an AI. I think it's really neat. You're gonna be playing as. I like a lot of the dialogue because I love all that futuristic shit. And I liked all the outcomes. I think the game looks really good too. I'm just really stoked for the game. I'll be buying this unless I see another video and it has Jason.
All of a sudden falls into hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the trailer. I thought it was also neat that the outcome determined on like what you learned, what you know, just shit like that. So
Yeah. For me, I mean, just it's beautiful. The game looks fucking amazing. The voice acting is superb. They're a mocap company, so the mocap's great. The depth that you brought up with the one scenario having multiple situations. If the whole game's like that, imagine how many different stories you're going to get from everyone who's played this game. So I am definitely buying this.
well, yeah, it's exactly like how Heavy Rain was with the guy who created it said you're only supposed to play the game once because then everybody has a different story. On how they play it.
Yeah. But yeah, all on the same page.
Yes.
On that one. Resident Evil 7 was revealed. It's going to have VR support, and it's going in a hugely different direction as the other games. I played the demo. It's interesting, but I'm confused on the direction they're going based off of how it reminds me a lot of PT and has an emphasis on ghosts. But overall, I'm interested.
I'm not.
I know I won't be able to play it. I am interested in keeping an eye on it though, because I know that they basically said they want to return to their horror roots, less of the action stuff. They also, one of the things they said was they don't want to have as many encounters. They want more meaningful encounters. And it is Resident Evil at heart, I guess. They still gonna have herbs and all that other stuff that's in Resident Evil games. So I think it's weird because like you see this demo and these videos and it feels more like a Silent Hill game.
Yeah.
But yet when they talk about it, they talk about all the Resident Evil features and you didn't get to see any of that. So
I played it and didn't feel like Resident Evil in any way.
So it's gonna be weird to see what the final product is for this.
Man, they really want to go back to its roots. They need to bring back some tank controls. Nothing scarier than trying to get away from like a licker fucking while walking
While
into
you're
a wall.
fucking turning to find your exit and then just holding forward and fucking hitting the accelerator.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of there. Next up, there was a trailer for the new Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. This game I was not excited for. I was going to buy it because of the multiplayer. But it's actually neat looking. I mean, Call of Duty keeps doing this to me. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get it for the multiplayer, and then like something happens. I'm like, that looks pretty cool. Two of the things I thought were really interesting is, first off, the whole setting in space, but also the zero-G combat.
Yeah.
I think it's really neat.
They did a really good job of that because like instead of just being like, oh, you have like a booster pack and you just boost around. I really like the grappling hook fucking feature.
Yeah, it's very
because of course boosters in space aren't just fucking you're just all over the place. You know where the hell you want to be. That was really fucking cool. It was very kind of seamless when it went from ship to fucking ship to feet to or boots on the ground, then back to ship again. Had a lot of neat little pieces, like when he fucking puts the fucking bomb on the window.
Yeah.
Blows out that whole fucking window.
Creates a vacuum.
Yeah, it sucks everybody out of there. I really like the fucking using your grappling hook as like an execution on
Yeah, it's
enemies.
not just for traversing, it's also for combat.
Yeah. The guns sounded neat. They sounded good, like chunky, like when you fired, he fired.
Those little chunky guns.
Yeah. No, it definitely put some fire underneath my ass for that game because I didn't care. I was literally buying the Call of Duty 4 remaster with a little side of fucking
Yeah, I think they're afraid of that.
Infinite Warfare.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, they really brought it with that showcase. So
Thoughts?
You guys said it. I mean, they were really sneaky about this. I actually sat down and watched all the conferences, and they didn't say it was Call of Duty until the very end of it. And I was like, man, what game is this? I was completely interested the whole time, so I will definitely be borrowing a copy from you guys to play the campaign. I don't play multiplayer Call of Duty, so.
well, hopefully they might fucking do another co-op.
That'd be cool, but I don't think they're gonna
I
do
don't
it.
think it's gonna happen.
Not with all the features. Next game is a new Spider-Man game by Insomniac.
Yes.
They
They have a lot of games coming out this year.
have a lot of games coming out.
Has a good track record too.
They didn't show a whole lot, but it looks like a quality game, and it looks like the closest thing to the famous Spider-Man 2 game that everybody loves so much.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my eyes open, but I'm not going to be too optimistic because there's been so many shit Spider-Man games, but I hope it's good.
They've put themselves in a really awkward position with this that they have to nail. I mean,
They can't make a mediocre Spider-Man game.
no, because there's too many.
or else I think it's gonna kill Spider-Man.
And the fact that
Well, they've done enough of them and hasn't killed it. I don't think
well.
he can kill Spider-Man.
So I mean, they pretty much have to make this game good. Otherwise, they're not going to make it. Spider-Man's done for at least as far as Insomniac Games is concerned. I have some faith in them on this because Ratchet and Clank is a really good experience. Something they made recently, obviously, and their new VR game, which I can't remember the name of right now, is getting good feedback as well. So
Combat looked really fun. There's like a couple times where like you can see him fucking swing shit into him or being able
The
to
dumpster or whatever it was?
the
Yeah.
dumpster, whatever that was. The whole like him on the side of the cars and shit's like running through shit, and he's like he has to use his agility to figure shit out.
looks like you can go in buildings and stuff too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna see where it goes. If it's anything like Spider-Man 2, though, I'm gonna buy it instantly.
yeah, I really hope it's good because it looks good. So
Because 3 was garbage.
And last game on our list is Death Stranding, Kojima's new game. They showed a teaser with a bunch of weird imagery and
essentially
music.
concept, yeah.
I'm gonna buy whatever the fuck this guy makes. I haven't even seen the game yet. I don't like Norman Reedus, and I'm still gonna buy the game. I think the trailer's really fucking cool. I think it makes you ask a lot of questions. Doesn't tell you anything about the game. I think it was a great hype machine. What do you guys think?
I'm just gonna keep it kind of short. He did what he did with PT, which was create something for people to overanalyze, and I mentioned it before we started recording or whatever. 2.5 months that company's existed, and we already have something of this caliber. Like, I don't know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
They haven't even settled on an engine yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I don't know if this is the game where Ludens, if he even makes an appearance.
that's the mascot. They said
Oh,
that
yeah,
on
yeah,
Twitter. It's not a
Um,
gameplay thing.
No. Well, anyway,
I thought it was.
yeah, me too. I thought
I thought they
he
revealed
was-
that was
That's-
from the game.
That's their company mascot.
Oh.
Well, anyway, you said it. I don't like Norman Reedus either, but Hideo Kojima hasn't done me wrong. So, all of his games are awesome. The trailer was fucking awesome. So I'm excited for it.
I mean, unless it just for some freakish reason looks like shit later, this is a pretty obvious buy.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think it's gonna wrap it up though for E3 roundup.
Shorter than our last pod or cast, which is kind of funny.
Well, I started trying to shotgun through because I realized that we covered 3 topics in the span of about 15, 20 minutes. And I was like, if we keep doing this, we're going to be here for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed listening to that. Let us know in the comments, what was your favorite part of E3? Was there any big, exciting reveals for you? Or was it kind of lackluster? Who do you think won E3? Let us know. But that's going to do it for this Tastycast. As always, thank you for listening. Make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, Tasteful Gaming. Check us out on Twitch, Sleep Division. And yeah, 50 subscribers. We appreciate the support. Thank you. Again, make sure to tell your friends and share our videos. If you want to support us even more, we'd appreciate it. But that's going to do it. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Chevy.
And until the next episode, guys, we will see you later. Take it easy, guys.